Good evening, you lovely snooker fans, and welcome back to the Snooker Legends 900. It's week 8, it's the final week, and delighted to be back with the shirt and Foulds to take you through the action. Firstly, let's reflect on last week. Nick Barrow, surprise winner number 7 on the wall.
Yeah, look, he's been a pretty good player. In England, probably. He's from Oxford, I think, originally, where Lee is from, for a number of years. I thought he was my outside choice to do well, and I was pleased with that. But, the fact remains, he still plays probably as well as he did a few years ago, on what we saw last week.
He was a little bit more smug before we came on air. He was my outside pick.
12 to 1, 12 to 1. They don't grow on trees, 12 to 1 winners.
No, they don't, but he's great. I was disappointed with Gary Filtness, to tell you, the blade. No wonder they call him the blunt, because he's not sharp at all. He was disappointing, but I was very happy for Nick.
Yeah, good luck to him.
You're sharp in a brand new shirt.
Well, I thought I'd treat you all. We're coming to the end of the season.
We are, and love is always in the air on here.
Showing my love.
And just in terms of what we have up for grabs this week, the last spot of season 2 for the grand final, the 22nd of November, and it's been a long time coming, I guess, for the 12 players that are coming in.
Well, that's it, and maybe there's no excuse for anyone who is coming in this week who hasn't played before or needs to brush up on the rules. If they've been watching every week, they'll be up to date with everything that needs to be done. There's a few little idiosyncrasies, a few nuances to the game. You've got to try and make sure you're on the right side of. You've got to hit a cushion, all that stuff we know about.
We'll have no more Barry Starks.
We will get to the rules in a little while, you two. And the event winner, you can still back who you fancy to become Season 2 champion. Of course, £10,000 to the winner, the biggest prize at amateur snooker. And, it's all about the 7 players. In yellow, of course, Michael Holt, Harvey Chandler, Lee Walker, Dominda Lilly, Andy Lavin, Josh Thomond, our first winner, and Nick Barrow last week. They're already there, so no surprise they're short. But we have got still 12 players to enter the fray, and some big prizes knocking around.
Well, there is, because, if you look at anyone on that right side now, one of those guys who could win tonight, and then that 40 to 1, 50 to 1, 66 to 1, you've got that in the final. So it could be a good night to sort of take that risk, because you know what you're up against, because you know who the other 7 players are. So there's value to be had whoever gets through on Wednesday evening.
I think you're eyeing up the 66 to 1 on Mark Gray earlier.
Yeah, I kind of like Mark Gray. He's been around a long time, was a snooker player before he was a pool player. So, he's always tough to beat. Great potter. He could be a bit of value there. And I think Lee Martin as well at 100 there. I'm surprised he's behind a couple of the players there, because he's just won the Paul Hunter reunion. So.
Right. So informed player maybe at a big price to become the outright winner. But the last 12 players to enter season 2 of the 900. Let's take a look at their odds. And top of the pile is Patrick Wallace at 9 to 2. Very much the clear favourite actually now. He's an 8-time Northern Ireland champion. Wayne Townsend at 11 to 2. Fergal Quinn at 6 to 1. I think he could have a good week. Hayden Stanland at 13 to 2. Daniel Ward at 7s. Jason Shaw 15 to 2. Mark Gray at 8 to 1. And I suppose it's very unique. We'll be hearing from Jason shortly, but we're going to be having a crossover of sports tonight. Pool will become snooker for Jason.
Yeah, this is where the worlds collide, the Q Sports worlds collide, and we had a billiards player in last week as well, so it is nice to think that we're in this position now, and it's intriguing to see how the likes of Jason Shaw get on. We already know that Mark Gray can play pool and snooker, because he's proved that.
And Patrick Wallace, obviously a very good player.
Yeah, and Patrick Wallace and Fergal Quinn have both qualified for a tournament this weekend, both of them. I think Patrick beat him yesterday in the
Someone
final,
was down the club getting all the news for us.
I was having a little chat, trying to... just making sure they're all okay, not too nervous, shake their hands, wish them good luck, just...
Do you think there are a few nerves in there?
Yeah, there is got to be loads. Because, Trigger, he's like a bag of nerves anyway. When he's not playing snooker, he's a fidget.
That's Wayne Townsend, lovely guy. And he's been here actually a couple of weeks, maybe just eyeing up the competition, enjoying the action.
Well, it ain't worked, because he's still as nervous as anything.
But, Lee is there as a calming influence on all these people. Shake their hand, He's like a cultural attaché,
I try and clue him up on the break-off, I say, if you win the toss, put the other geezer in, it's like, you just try and give them a few...
Absolute
tips.
gold.
They don't listen to me.
And it's free, all this advice.
Stedman didn't listen to me. All he did. Mucked his breakup, didn't he?
That's right, yeah. Yeah, these things happen.
Feels like months ago when
It
Greg
was.
Stebbin made a mess of it. But anyways, he was one of the fancy players. Let's take a look then at the pundits' picks. And we've got Rhiann Evans back with us, our 900 family, this week. And she has gone with Patrick Wallace at 9-2 and Daniel Ward at 7-1, her partner. So she's got to be rooting for him.
Yeah, that's
She's
right.
played
of
it
course.
safe. She's played it safe,
She
hasn't she?
has.
On both of them.
Well, I guess so. Yeah, but why not? I mean, I think Daniel's got a good chance, Lee, hasn't he? So
Yeah, he's a great player. He's not, but he's not like he hasn't got his cue in his hand all the time. He is put a few hours in for this, but he's not a full-time player like Patrick. I know Patrick Wallace isn't, but he is. If that makes any sense.
I tell you what, if we don't pick the winner, look, we've got 6 different names on there. I've
I
got
know,
Mark
that's
Gray,
how
Jason
difficult.
Shaw,
That's how difficult
you're
it is.
Fergal Quinn, and
Why
you've
have you
got
gone
Wayne
with
Townsend.
Fergal Quinn and Wayne Townsend?
I've gone for Fergal because he's still trying to get on the tour. Good player. Won't need the rest as much as the other players.
About 9 feet tall.
Yeah.
Hold on, he's grown a foot since last week. He said last week he was 8 foot.
And Wayne, if he can get over the nerve type thing, he's a great player. He scores heavy, good potter, but he's up against also a very good potter.
We had a variety of names to win week 8 on that list. What about our professionals and see who we've got going for us this week? I think the whirlwind, Jimmy White, is on there, and he'll be tackling the 900 format at Epsom in December. Wayne Townsend for Jimmy, 11-2. Gary Wilson, Hayden Stanley at 13-2. Gary, of course, defending champion of the Scottish Open. We'll be seeing him, and I'm sure he'll know lots about Jason Shaw. Of course, Gary's turned his hand to pool this season. And John Virgo, the legend, watching in Spain, Patrick Wallace for him at 9-2, and Stuart Bingham, who's been with us here in the studio, Patrick Wallace for him as well at 9-2. So a great list there. Who's the shrewdest of them all?
I don't know, but isn't it wonderful that JV's there? And at the end of the night, do we have to say goodnight, JV, at the end, like they used to do?
We can
Because
do.
he'll be listening. It could be 2 o'clock in the morning.
And
over in Spain.
seeing Stuart on there, he's playing Ali tomorrow, and they've both been in the studio
Yeah.
here.
And
so
Jimmy,
what a match that is.
Wow.
Jimmy's on the list as well. He's going with Wayne. He probably knows Wayne, would he?
Trigger, yeah, he
Yeah.
knows Wayne. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say so. Not as well as I do. I've known Wayne and his brother Carl since they were like 14, 15-year-old kids in the club, What was you going to say there?
Nothing.
Why are you
Well, is it a
laughing?
competition? Who knows him better? Just
Well,
like,
listen,
not as
no
well
one
as I
knows
do.
people better than you. Your phone, but you've got everyone's number in your
No,
phone,
I
haven't you?
ain't.
You know the lot of them, I know. And that's not, knowing them a long time doesn't necessarily guarantee winning, does it?
No, but he's a good player, and you've known Carl Townsend
Oh, here.
probably even longer.
Sorry.
Yeah, I've known him longer than anyone else.
Listen,
So there.
they've tuned in to watch snooker and they're thinking, come on, will you move it along?
I just quickly want to say one thing. Nick Barrow last week said he met Ronnie O'Sullivan before he made a century. Well, he must have been about 3 years of age then, because when did he had not made a century? Anyway, that was last week.
Oh my goodness, right, here's what's coming up then. Let's take a look then at the draw and how tonight will pan out. The first 4 matches then, and we play right down to a Monday night final. Martin Daypeck 13-10 against Hayden Stanley, 4-7. Patrick Wallace 4-6 against Daniel Ward, 11-10. And Matt Ford even money against Wayne Townsend, 8-11. Fergal Quinn 8-11 up against Jason Shaw at even money. And as ever, we put the guys to the task of picking an ACCA. So, Lee, I'll come to you first. Your 4 players.
Okay. Well, I've gone for Hayden, but Martin has won the Guernsey Championship about 1 million times, so that won't be easy. Then I've gone for Patrick Wallace, Wayne Townsend, and Fergal Quinn, and that's going to pay around 6-1.
See, that's going to pay. That's confident, I think.
Yeah, no, they're good selections. I'm against a couple of those. I'm with Daniel Ward instead of Patrick Wallace, and that's a tight one. And I'm just sticking with Jason Shaw because I do believe he might be quite wily and quite streetwise around the snooker table as he is at pool.
Okay, fair enough. So there you go. They're the 4 players the guys have gone with their ACCAs. I mean, if Martin Daypeck or Matt Ford win, I mean, they're all gone, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
No, we're
well, that's
without
what gambling
trace.
is.
Sunk without trace.
Sorry, but maybe that's the double out there.
Okay, well, if you want to be like that, we'll just do our own thing over here.
All right, like you do all the time. We're going to hear now from the marquee player. Of course, it's Jason Shaw trying snooker tonight at the 900. Well, we've seen it so many times, the snooker players taking on pool, but tonight at the 900 we're seeing a pool player, not just any pool player, but Jason Shaw taking on snooker. Jason, great to have you at the 900. Looking forward to it?
Yeah, looking forward to it. When Jason asked me to play, I was I was definitely 100% interested. You know, like you said, the snooker players have been going over to the pool, so it's good to come over and have a little go at the snooker.
And I've got to ask you, you know, chicken, egg, pool, snooker, which came first for you?
Pool. You know, I played snooker when I was younger. That's kind of like I first started playing a little bit of snooker, but 9-ball is my love.
Okay, and your journey through snooker from an early age, and I know that, tell me the club that you used to work at and all those great players that you used to practice with at times.
Yeah, I used to work at the Craig Park Masters in Scotland, in Denniston, and the house pros there were Higgins, Jamie Burnett, Stephen Maguire, Alan McManus, Graham Dott, missed one, Anthony McGill. So they were all there, and I used to work there, clean their tables for them, and then after I could practice, so it was fun. I got to learn a lot, and who knows, maybe if I would have worked there longer, I could have been a snooker player.
Any regrets on that front?
Yeah, a little bit. Sometimes I think back, you know, when I'm watching snooker, it could have been me, you know, but I chose my path, and 9-ball it is.
Yeah, and you've carved out a very successful career in 9-ball, recently winning in the Hanoi Open. You've got the Moscone Cup just around the corner in a month. You're on that team again?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've been playing well all year, just a couple of results here and there that, you know, the game just doesn't allow you to win. 9-ball is such a heart-wrenching game, you know. 1 minute you're all highs and you got the guy snookered, and all of a sudden he jumps it in and you don't get a shot, so it's tough. But yeah, I've been playing well, and I'm looking forward to the Moscone Cup. I always look forward to that event.
And what about this format, the 900? Have you watched much of it? How do you think you'll be able to adapt to it?
Yeah, I've been watching all the little clips on, you know, Instagram and some matches. I watched Tony play. I think with the shot clock and the time, I think with the meso cue ball, it kind of helps me a little bit. So I'm just looking to go out there and enjoy myself and play well. If I can go out there and enjoy myself, then hopefully I'll take a little bit of pressure off.
I think a lot of people enjoy watching you. There's a lot of people excited to see you here tonight. And you mentioned that the measle cue ball. What about the cue? We've seen snooker player Sean Murphy come out recently with 3-4 cues. Are you going to be using your pool cue or your snooker cue?
I'm going to be using my pool cue. I tried my snooker cue when I came in, and with the measle cue ball, it was just playing a little bit too heavy. So I've changed to my 9-ball cue, and I'm actually playing pretty good with it. So let's see what happens.
Have you attempted at all to come out maybe with 2 cues?
Yeah, I'll come out one. Maybe I'll use one as a break cue.
And in terms of your life, obviously you're from Scotland. You live in the States. Is that mainly, obviously you've got a beautiful wife and a family. Is that the best place to be for your 9-ball?
Yeah, obviously America is like the main place for pool. You know, there's a lot of tournaments there every weekend, many different tournaments, a lot of money and more opportunities. So I think a lot of pool players see that now, and a lot of players are going out there and moving out to the States to you know, try and have a better life.
And is there still good hustling opportunities?
Yeah, I was never really into that when I went over there. I could have gone that way, but I wanted to play the best players. I wanted to be the best. You know, I'm a tournament winner. I'm not a money player. I played some money games in the past, yeah, but my whole thing is, you know, building a legacy and winning big tournaments and, you know, being remembered when I'm not here.
And being the professional that you are now.
Yeah.
And in terms of your 900, how do you think your journey will go? How confident are you?
I don't know. Maybe we'll see in 15 minutes' time when the frame's over. But no, I'm just looking forward to it. Like I said, I'm going to go out there, go for my shots, and hopefully try and play good.
All right. Well, we're very much looking forward to it. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great to have Jason here, and a fascinating journey, and listening to all of those players in the Masters in Scotland. We were just chatting while we were listening to Jason there. That's actually gone now,
well,
that club.
I think so. Alan McManus actually sent me pictures of a club today where they held the tournament, the Masters Club in Scotland, which is now closing down. And if that's the same club, which I believe it is, sad news, you know. There's too much of that going on.
Indeed, but a great story, you know, picking balls out for Maguire, McManus, Higgins.
I mean, that was a great club. We used to have the Benson and Edges there. I've been 2 or 3 times, I think, and what a great club. Yeah. I remember ordering a bottle of Budweiser, and the geezer next to me went, "What you want, a pint of heavy?" And I'm thinking, what is that? What language is that, for starters?
I don't think you'd ever need a pint of that.
No, I don't. I don't think I'd handle it very well.
But he's made century breaks before.
I'm not surprised.
He's obviously a good player. I mean, I say picking the balls out for those guys, but he's obviously got a lot of experience of snooker from the early days. Quite interesting, you know. when I say, like, any regrets in that? And he said, like, I watch the snooker players and think maybe that could have been me. It's
Well, certainly, he's in it for the money, I think, to an extent, and the love of the game. And there is more money in snooker, than that tournament in Hanoi. I don't think the prize money was huge. I think it's a lovely thing to win. And I know one thing, that pool is very well received all around the world, So it's an interesting event. And one engaging guy.
Yeah, and it's become quite a global sport as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, the 9 ball has really taken off. And I mentioned the hustling because obviously he grew up in the last few years playing in the States, but it's a much more professional entity now, and I think that's what everyone's trying to achieve.
The hustling, it just doesn't happen in snooker anymore. It used to back in the day, didn't it? You had your Brian Cassidy and all that,
I remember him,
the big boys that are always playing for the money. That it just doesn't happen now because it's a little bit too dangerous. Either people know you, or you're hustling, and then people don't like it.
Anyways, those days are gone, I think, in both sports, and he's going to be playing with his pool cue. I did actually pick it up, and it is light as a feather.
Interesting. Well, I mean, the 2Q debate could rumble on, but we won't maybe get into it now. I'll just say one thing about Jason Shaw. If you remember, Judd Trump came into the stateside pool event last summer, won a couple of matches, and then Jason Shaw just took him to the cleaners. Absolutely pulverised Judd Trump at pool.
It's exciting, really exciting, and we look forward to seeing Jason up against Fergal Quinn later tonight, and the action will be getting underway shortly. It is week 8 if you're joining us for the very first time, and you want to find out what it's all about. Here is the format and the rules. Each week consists of 12 players. 8 will play on Monday, with the top 4 progressing to Wednesday. 4 new players will join the 4 Monday losers in a new 8 on Tuesday, the top 4 progressing to Wednesday. On Wednesday, the final 8 play down to crown our weekly champion. The format is repeated over 8 weeks before our weekly champions contest the grand final. Each night will see 7 matches around some new and exciting rules. With ball in hand for any foul, the opportunity is there for any player in our 96 field to become the next champion.
Good evening, you lovely snooker fans. These are the rules of the 900. The frame consists of 15 minutes, which is your 900 seconds, but players have to contend with a 20-second shot clock. There are no timeouts, but a referee can stop the clock if they think it disadvantages another player. Any foul gives you ball in hand, which allows you to place the cue ball anywhere on the table. If you don't pot a ball, you must hit a cushion. Otherwise, it's a standard snooker foul. If at the end of the frame the scores are tied, we enter deadlock, and a blue ball shootout will decide the winner. And finally, folks, the break-off. After you've made contact with the reds, the cue ball must come past the pink spot. And that's it, folks. Don't take too long. Don't miss.
Such a fun format, and certainly one that's caught on in the last couple of seasons. So many people enjoying the 900, and we'll be about to get the snooker underway very quickly. The first match of the night. Final thoughts?
I've got to go Hayden. He's young. He doesn't look too nervous, to tell you the truth.
A lot of people think Hayden as well, And you look at Martin, right, and you think, that's a strange name, isn't it? Because, who spells Martin with a Y?
What about Dapek? Hang on a second, the second word.
You got it.
Dapek.
You got the gag. Good.
You're picking on his first name.
I think we're ready for snooker. We are ready for snooker. Thank you, guys, and they'll be heading to the commentary box, and we'll be seeing you in just a tick.
So good evening, you lovely snooker fans. Welcome to week 8, night 1, season 2 of the 900.
Martin Dapek to break.
Pretty boisterous down there at the moment. So Martin Dapek against Hayden Staniland.
A lot of even games tonight, aren't there? Obviously there are favourites in them all, but it's very close. There's no real shorties tonight in this first round. And Martin Dapek, we know he's a good player. Also Hayden Staniland. A lot of people are telling me what a decent prospect he is. A few people have messaged me today thinking that he's the bet in this match, but I'm not so sure. It's a tight one.
Gary Wilson
has tipped him to win the whole thing this week. So I don't know what Gary Wilson knows that we don't, but you've got to think he knows a lot about snooker. But that's all you need. And oh, it's just run past that. I can't believe that hasn't finished behind the yellow.
Well, the table hasn't slowed down much, is it? Let's be honest, it's still like lightning, because as you say, the cue ball just went on and on there.
So yeah, tough to pick the winners of the matches tonight. Neal, they are so close, some of these. I know most of the players.
Yeah, and I think when they're all close matches, it provides possibly a lot of intrigue. I mean, you know, I've picked the two pool players this week, as we've discussed enough already, Jason Shaw and Mark Gray. But I'll tell you, I'm really not sure who will win this week. It's a difficult call, isn't it?
Yeah, it can also cost you a lot of money.
Yeah. And the people like to have a flutter on these matches. Good night of betting on it, I think, because you could have a different opinion on lots of games. Like I say, this match has been creating much interest with Stanland as a well-fancied player. But Martin Apek has got previous, you know, he's a good player himself. There's a lot of friendly rivalry in the Channel Islands and their snooker. I guess it's hard to sort of really judge players in that part of the world, isn't it? Because the competition outside of the little groups maybe isn't that high. But there are good players, as we know. We've seen some of them.
That was a poor shot. Had to push the red past the middle pocket there.
Yeah, left it on, isn't he?
So first chance. See the Monday night pool leagues in, and it's quite rowdy down there. There's a good amount of fans in watching as well.
1.
I mean, if he's straight on this, I mean, there is possibly a fiendish snooker behind the blue, but you might want to play it. I think if he's got the angle on the yellow, he'll try and pot it. A little bit jabby, wasn't it, that one? Put in a
Martin
quickish
Depek,
one, as you can easily do when you're under a bit of pressure. A lot to be said for letting the cue do the work at this game, bringing it back as far as you need and following it through, rather than the shortish back swing and then a rushed follow through, which we've all fallen foul of when the pressure gets onto us. But you know, even though it's an attacking format, Lee, you know, if you can lay devilish snooker early in a frame and get ball in hand, it's a massive edge. You know, and that means that the safety is definitely a factor in the whole game, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And he didn't catch that right at all. It was a risky shot he took there, trying to get underneath that black.
Yeah, I tell you, it's not lucky.
This looks good, Doug.
This is a good hit, isn't it? As he's going to run and run. Don't think there's anything sticking out this time. I mean, hitting a red shouldn't be difficult because it's a massive target, but you don't want to crash them all over the table.
You just got to make sure, you don't want to, got to make sure you hit one. It doesn't even matter if you leave one on here. Just do not want to be, that's going to slide past. That's a foul.
See, there's a massive target there and he's not hit the target. Now this is where you come into your own.
Start the clock.
Lee, where do you put it here?
Well, he's got a choice of 3 there. He's looking at maybe trying to get on the yellow, on the pink, like the yellow, on the pink. But I think he'll go up for the blue or the black.
Yeah, I mean there aren't many choices either because I don't think the pink does go anywhere.
Just surprised.
1.
That he's not playing one into the middle there and giving himself just a straight run down onto that left-hand side cushion.
Might have to play a lower value colour if the angle on the black's no good. I think you might have to play something else. It's undecided and the time is running down. I like already, I mean I have seen him play before, but I think once, and
5.
I do like, again, the way that he takes that cue right back, and he's got a nice way of hitting the ball. You can always see a snooker player, can't you, from a couple of shots. It's a nice action, isn't it?
comes through the ball real quick. I like it.
I don't know if you were like me, but you'd have played in the Pontins festivals years ago, and you know, in the old days when you'd be marched upstairs with their 18 tables, you could often tell what your opponent was like before they actually hit a ball. Just how they got their cue out of the case, how they chalked their cue.
What sort of case it was.
What sort of case it was. You could be fooled by that sometimes, but when they chalk their cue in a certain way that didn't look right, you think this guy is no good. And you're normally right, aren't you? Holding the cue right at the top, where you would never do because the sweat would just make it all
Or
damp.
even just holding it at the bottom and chalking it like a pool player.
There was always that.
Aidan Stanyland, 13.
Well, handy 13, but I mean, I don't think the red passes the yellow.
No, I don't think so.
Interesting shot here. If you could, I don't know if you can get it beyond the yellow and then just hide it, the red behind the cue ball behind the yellow. I think he could have played that there. You know, he could have pushed it beyond it, played the snooker on that, and left an awkward scenario.
Just surprised that if that shot was on, why he didn't stick the cue ball in behind the yellow.
Yeah.
So it's a cagey start from both players. I think we've got a night of cagey snooker actually.
Yeah, but these frames are quite interesting, aren't they, the way they work out. I mean, as we said before, you know, everyone likes to see a big break, but a little flick like that. What a flick on the green. Goodness me, isn't it? It's an evil snooker. This is from the gods, this little nudge, isn't it?
Oh, just dreaming. That's what I mean. It's, if you don't get in and make the most of it, this is what can happen.
And that was a special.
Oh, hang on, this is good.
This is a great escape. But look at that. I think he may have left one. No, perhaps not. Maybe one to the middle.
No, it's not on the one.
It's a good escape, that, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it's not easy for this shot anyway. That's the main thing. You just don't, when you're snookered, you just don't want it. He's running out of time.
I don't know whether players forget about the 20 seconds and just get a little bit wrapped up in the shots, or they just are so become indecisive because of the 20 seconds, end up with about 3 seconds to make a final decision. Or can be a bit panicky.
You know, when someone's snookered like that and they got to come off 22 cushions to hit the pack, I'd be already walking to the table. If you know where it's going, get to the table and have a look.
Yeah.
Shot to nothing there.
Save some time. Yeah, good shot.
1.
I mean, I wouldn't say that if Martin Daypeck won, it would be a coupon buster, but because the prices didn't quite see it that way. But a lot of people are with Stanyland, you know, tonight. That's the nice part. It's a nicely played shot. Now another good shot needed here to get onto his colour and pop this middle distance red.
There's a nice little stun run through. He's played that well.
6.
Finding his feet now.
Thirteen.
So easy though when it's your first time playing on this table. It takes you to get in once
14.
and just run out of position when you think you've got a good chance, and that can be the end of the break. That's why some of these frames go scrappy. You think you've got a good chance, but when you haven't played on this table before, it's had a lot of people with trousers down.
That's a good shot. Getting into an area where there might be a pop to the middle and one to the corner, but
18.
even then, it's kept running again, hasn't it? I'm not sure if he is on one now, you know. Hang on a minute, he is.
There he's chipping one. Chipping one in.
Oh, some chippage.
What a good shot that is.
19.
That's a little bit unlucky to land there. after such a good pot.
Tremendous pot and fearless. I mean, he could have left the world on.
I know. I mean, it's right. So he's got to hit a cushion. Don't forget, he's going for this pink in the middle though.
It looked like he was catching it a little thick, didn't
Martin
it? Just
Daypack,
the angle we had.
19.
But it was a tough shot.
So can he jack the butt of his cue up in the area and screw in behind the blue? You know, sort of as if you were playing a swerve, but dig down on the white board.
Yeah. The shot. I think it's been a good shot. Can he get beyond the pink here? I think it would be a lot to ask, but Martin might just be able to lay him behind the pink, but it's fiddly, isn't it?
It's quite risky. I think he might even be going for this. No, I think he's playing your shot. That's the shot.
Not easy though, was it, to snugly get in behind there?
I think he was having a look to see if he could go in off.
Yeah, it may have been possible. Yeah.
Big red this one. Big red for 3.5 minutes left.
Beautiful.
How well has he struck that? He got into the white ball really well there. Beautifully timed.
What do you do here? Do you screw into that red on the cushion or not? I mean, it might be a natural anyway. It might help if you could push that red out for future, but he's not not as if he's anything behind, he'd be in front. But he's naturally crashing into that red. Yeah, he's played it. Oh, don't.
He's knocked it in. He's knocked it in. Oh,
well,
no.
you cannot believe it. I mean, he's played the shot too well. Because he's played the shot I spoke about. I still believe it was the right shot.
Yeah, I think it was the right shot, maybe a fraction hard, but it's...
That's a blow, isn't it? Billy Castle's down there to comfort him somewhat.
Billy ain't got time for comfort, everyone, as he's giving them a cuddle.
One.
That's a massive bit of bad luck, isn't it?
Well, I mean, people say, how can you play a shot too well? People have said that when I've mentioned that in commentary. I think he played that too well because you play it over the hole and you hit it so well, it goes in the hole. Yeah, but technically, that's what you're actually trying to do, isn't it?
It hit the cushion as well up there, didn't it?
9.
It was always going to go in though, wasn't it?
At that pace.
In the meantime, Martin Daypack, his cue action is getting a little quicker by the shot, I've noticed. I mean, that was a blur. It's not stopping him, but you see the tension's getting to him as well. He's 20 in front. He knows there's still time for it to be overturned. But he's knocking them in, isn't he?
13.
If this one's past the blue, we know what shot's on.
Well, he's going to put him in a world of... Surely you just go cushion first behind the blue, don't you? Or you push the...
Bit risky, just maybe bounce the blue out in front of the white. I don't think he's going to have to use the rest if he plays that, so just running the clock down a little bit, which is sensible. It's 21 behind us, and then he rolls the brown in, so good shot.
Nicking the points and keeping time.
Yeah. 17.
All the time he's at the table, he can take 20 seconds off, can't he? Every time, every shot he pots.
I mean, he's had a bit of fortune this frame, though, hasn't he? We've had the flick off the green in behind the brown. Is it in behind the brown or in behind the blue? In behind the blue.
He has, but he's also potted some good balls.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
The luck's not been with Hayden Stanley, does it? And,
no.
His army of supporters are going to be... Well, they're going to be taking the cleaner, aren't they? I don't think there's any way back now, is there? 24 behind. Unlucky.
Hayden Stanleyland.
Not been his evening, but he'll live to fight another day. Tomorrow it'll be.
Yeah, first round losers tonight will join 4 new players tomorrow night.
Frame conceded. Frame
Well, there you are.
Daypack.
Handshakes all round. Hayden Stanley unlucky tonight, perhaps. Martin Daypack, though, is the man who's through to the next round. We'll hear from him shortly.
Welcome back. First winner of the night is Martin Daypack, and he joins Neal and I in the studio. Congratulations, Martin.
Thank you.
And great to have you over. How much did you enjoy that victory?
It was good, yeah. Obviously last year, two opportunities and lost both. So yeah, it's nice relief for Leeds to get through.
And it's week 8. It's the last chance for all 12 players this week to get their name on the wall, and of course to be here for the grand final. How much would you love that? Because I know you're a very big fan of this event.
Yeah, it would be amazing, but long way to go yet. So I'm not getting any chickens, but yeah, we'll just see how tonight pans out, and then tomorrow or now Wednesday. Sorry,
yeah,
not tomorrow.
At times, Neil, you got to ride your luck in this format.
Yeah, I mean, look, you had a couple of good pieces of fortune when you got the snooker behind the blue, which off the flick, which was handy. And then, of course, Hayden was also a little bit unlucky on one occasion. I don't think that's, this was the lovely little flick. I mean, listen, I've played 25 years, never got one of these. How do you do these? This lovely little flick off.
Oh, yeah. That's the only shot I had, really. So,
yeah. Very good. I like it.
Yeah,
I like
some run tonight, though.
Yeah,
so,
well, but, what can you do about that? I mean, I thought you played well. You composed yourself well, and you took your chances well, didn't you?
Yeah,
Let's be honest about it. And like that, you say last time you were here, you got Kippen on both matches.
I did, yeah. So yeah, pleasing to just get through really and get the win. So.
And you've got the 900 off and running in Guernsey. You've had a little event over there. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, we had a good turnout back in, I think, August time. We had about 30, 40 players. So yeah, it was very popular, and obviously all the guys will be back home watching.
Right, who's
tonight.
watching? We want names.
Adam Shorto was in here, played last year.
Yes.
Yeah, and all the guys already my team, Seb Prio, AD Holly, and Mark Gova, and they won their snooker match tonight.
Okay.
So
all right, well done to them.
Yep.
And the snooker in Guernsey, obviously popular.
Yeah, there's four divisions, and yeah, I've been playing the game 25, 30 years now, so yeah, it's very popular in Guernsey.
How many tables are there? Probably not to the exact amount, but
no,
roughly.
in terms of clubs, we've got probably about 4 or 5, and tables. We've just had 2 new Rassans erected at a club over in Guernsey. So that club's now going to have 6. So all in all, probably about 20 tables across 5 clubs.
That's not as many as I thought.
No,
it's not a lot of snooker tables, is it? There you go.
Well, I don't know. Maybe for the amount of people playing in Guernsey, it's probably not too bad. Obviously, it's great to have, because we've had 2, 3, maybe 4 people that have played snooker in Guernsey here at this event.
Yeah, myself and Adam last year, and obviously Aaron from Jersey, the neighbour island.
Yeah, okay, right, well, you're through, and you'll be back on Wednesday. Of course, you'll be playing later this evening. Who will Martin play? Well, we're about to find out. Patrick Wallace, the 4-6 favourite for the week as well, up against Daniel Ward at 11-10. So let's head back down to the arena and back first up to Lee in commentary.
Thanks, Rachel. Yep, Martin did play well there. I mean, he's potted a lot of good long balls there, and deserved his win. I mean, it's... yeah, maybe he shouldn't have played the cannon on the pink. Maybe he should have, but deserved winner there, Billy.
Yeah, certainly. It was a good game. I didn't think Hayden done a lot wrong, to be honest. He had a lucky flick to get a snooker, and Hayden had a unfortunate was on the pink and then to knock a red in. And I think Martin did take his pots nicely and come through the winner. Hayden will be back tomorrow night. But I'm looking forward to this game. 2 top players. Paddy Wallace has been there and done it all, and Dan Ward, he's one of the best amateurs, has been one of the best amateurs out there, Lee.
Yeah, he's been around a long time. Very good potter, very good break builder, and Paddy's given a chance straight away. Just caught the middle knuckle on that safety, but again, see, this is what we were talking about the last match. You just overhit something fractionally, and all of a sudden you're out of position. So where you think this is a good opportunity, all of a sudden after one shot you can be out of position.
Yeah, 9 flicks there to land on this red.
Yeah, you need a few flicks to win a match at this.
No, listen, Daniel's a clean pot on the ball as well. Interesting to see him play, because he's always been one of them, Lee, since I've known him. He can always pick a cue up and play as well as ever, you know.
This pack could go everywhere here.
Well, obviously,
that's unlucky, you know.
Dan Ward is
9.
boyfriend of the 12 times champ.
Dan Ward 9.
So the black's got an awkward position lead straight away here, so it could be a low scoring frame the way the balls are situated so far with the colours and all that.
Yeah, black's gone safe.
Pinks towards the right cushion.
Oh, it's real awkward with that red over the pocket as well.
You're not close here as well, Lee.
Yeah, but he's got to be careful. He's playing this with right hand side. He could hit it thick.
Foul.
There you go. There you go.
Patrick Wallace 4. Ball in hand.
Oh, it was just on, wasn't it? On that
Start
angle.
the clock.
Just as soon as you're playing it with that side, it just pushes like you won't believe. Come on, Paddy, don't let me down here. He just said to me downstairs, don't have a go at me if I put the cue ball in the
I
wrong.
was just thinking, though, could he put the white by the black spot? They screw over to the black. And all you got to do with the black is drop it in. He's got a red over the pocket. Get a back straight on the pot. But I was thinking a lot of shots ahead there.
Well,
especially when he hasn't had a shot yet.
No, he hasn't had a shot yet, but that wasn't the best positional shot. This is quite a thin blue. So I played it nicely.
6.
It's just tough to see where he's going to keep going up for the blue early, and he's going to try and get the pink on the spot as soon as he clears the right pocket. It's going to be tough for him, and to keep working up and back down the table, you know.
Yeah, I just don't think you want to be playing the black down the rail with the rest as one of your first shots of the evening.
Yeah, I do understand that. You'd like to just build a few pots, get comfortable out there, get a bit of confidence going. But even now, Lee, he's the wrong side of the blue. You have to screw over by the side cushion to leave this red. He's okay.
Is he okay?
Is he?
I think he is. I think he is.
12.
So, but he's got to get it out of there, though. It's not easy to get it out of there.
There is a gap, but he's have to play with a lot of sides.
And then he's
towards
got to
the
be
left
careful
side cushion.
he doesn't hit.
This is it. He's not played enough sides.
13.
Yeah, but it was so close to the other red as well. So just a safety shot, I think, for Neal.
There's always a tough scoring opportunity there, Lee. Like we said.
Yep.
So imagine he'd be trying to block this red off to the right side of table here. So imagine Paddy be playing the white up into the green pocket here.
Could play it, but he's still thinking about it. He's got to hit it.
Is he hard enough?
Tell me.
Is he hard enough?
Yes, he has. Calm down,
Patrick
Billy.
Wallace,
You have me at it
13.
on the second frame this evening. I kind of would have maybe have played the. I mean, he's hit it perfect and he's got the cover, but maybe have played the green and just put it near the jaws of the green pocket.
Oh, where's the cue ball going again, Lee? Oh my God!
I'm not having it.
Foul.
2 balls in hand.
Patrick Wallace 4. Ball in hand. Start the clock.
Right now. Right, he's just going to concentrate on the pink then.
Yeah, going to clear the pink spot a little bit. This red.
Surely got to land.
1.
Top side of it, but he hasn't.
I think it's dead straight. I think he's just slightly the right side of it, but I mean it doesn't matter that much when you've got the red hanging over the pocket. But right, so he's going to be play the plant now, and then the pink into the left-hand black pocket.
I know it's a big pot, but make sure he hits the red right side of this other red. If he hits it on the right side of the red, it could possibly wobble. The worst, you can't take your eye off the shot.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
You can't just take it for granted. It's okay.
8.
He's got to make sure here he doesn't leave himself a 3-ball plant. You don't want to be playing that one. So, but when he's in full flow in motion, he has got one of the smoothest cue actions on the seniors tour. I mean, it is. I've reffed him. I've played
14.
him. He's it's a lovely cue action, Billy.
Yeah, he is and been a top player, and he's smooth. I remember watching him in the PTC, and he was just absolutely flawless. Pete, I'm a very young lad.
15.
drawed him and said, "Oh, I've got Paddy Wallace." You know, taking him for granted still. Paddy Wallace turned him over 4-0. Lad come out and he said, "He's just absolutely grandad me." So he's building up a good lead here, Lee, already.
20.
Yeah, got to be careful he doesn't catch the jaw here. When the ball's this, I mean, that's really in the pocket, isn't it? That's already the jaw's definitely coming into play here.
Oh, he's played it well, Lee.
That's how, you know,
21.
get it out of there.
Yeah, he's played that well. You could have easily hit the jaw and stayed.
You could have tried to play for the pink in the middle, but then you are, exactly the right word, cute.
Exactly. Like
something you won't have heard a lot.
Well, I'm looking at your shirt and that's what I'm thinking. Cute. I think that's what one of your mates told me as well.
So, tricky pink this.
Is it?
He's played it
Everything's going centre.
Oh.
He's okay.
Yep.
So
27.
he just played a 1 cushion here, or even a 2 cushion if he decides to, Lee. 1 cushion up and down, pink back and right.
39 in front, just under 7 minutes left. And I've just noticed he's not wearing the glove tonight.
28.
Yeah, and like I noticed how much more he is on the right eye dominant. On the cue, you know, I never noticed that as much as I did until now.
So didn't land on the brown or green there.
Yeah, I'll promise you, sorry, Lee, I'll be putting the brown on the side cushion.
That's twice his.
Patrick
Twice,
Wallace,
yeah. Well,
28.
you don't have to, you know, as long as you got it safe.
Yeah.
But you're right. You know, take another colour out.
No, it's highly unlikely, but he could take a clearance out. Look.
Oh my word!
There's the cue ball again.
No way, not 3 times.
Oh
What?
my word!
That's ridiculous.
Patrick Wallace, 4.
3 ball in hands.
Ball in hand.
What? And how good was
Start
the
the
pot
clock.
as well?
Oh my
Well,
word!
at least we know whoever he plays tomorrow night he's going to be favourite, because you can't pot him, not pot him like that. You got to if you're potting them like that.
He's the only player I know that puts the cue ball in the pocket more times than Gilchrist.
1.
For those of you who don't know who Gilchrist is, he's a billiard player.
It was an unbelievable pot there, but I'm saying he could have had the counter clearance on there. I know it was a tough one.
Yeah.
The brown's not safe.
Put the brown safe.
It could have been on.
You have to remember though, Billy,
7.
you've watched more 900 than sort of anybody else, so Rianne seems to think it's quite funny.
Well, she would do. Her pick Patrick Wallace, mate.
8.
Yeah, it's going to be an early finish to this one, but no one's going to want to draw him tomorrow night, Lee, or Aiden, to be honest. There's 2 tough draws that are going to be in there tomorrow night.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Patrick Wallace, 8.
So there we go, folks.
And
Our
the
second match is through to the semi-finals, and it's Patrick Wallace. We'll get him in the studio next.
Second winner of the evening is Patrick Wallace, the favourite to win week 8, and he has won his first match. Congratulations, Patrick.
Thanks very much, Rich.
You've come up here and you said it was a bit nerve-wracking. With all your experience, you still felt nervy out there.
Absolutely. Last year in the room, it was nerve-wracking, but it wasn't as bad as out in the arena there, where you feel very exposed with all the eyes on you, you know. So really, really chuffed to get the win.
And you were saying that Daniel's due a bit of luck, maybe tomorrow night.
Well, I mean, 3 ball in hands. I don't think we've ever seen 3 ball in hands, have we? I mean,
absolutely blessed.
I think we've got them here. I mean, this one was always on. We said in the commentary, you know, you're playing with side on that table. It's very skinny. It's easy to catch that thick. You know, Billy and I both called it just before we played it. Obviously, this just carried on running. Did it? It never looks like it's going to get there. And then this just keeps running.
it's a dream for a snooker player how fast that table is, but I'm telling you, in a one-frame format,
it's difficult to get used to, isn't it?
So difficult to
it's
get used
different.
to.
And this shot, well, this was just like an absolutely. We were surprised you didn't roll the brown onto the cushion to make it more difficult for him, but to pot a ball like that and then go in off, well, that's just hard lines.
Usually when a winner comes in, Patrick, we're always talking about all the great shots you played, and you did play some good stuff. To be fair,
not really. Everything I got left was over the hole. Well, I don't think anybody has had many reds over the hole as I had tonight.
You
but
did have played a good shot though. The last red over the hole, because you could have played for the pink in the middle, but then you're definitely going to hit the angle, aren't you? So you played it well to get it out of there.
It was so deep in the jaws.
I know. We just said how it's not followed the other one in. I'll never know. I
played for choice of pink or blue, to be honest, because I didn't want to be trying to be cute and then leave myself a tough pink in the middle.
That's exactly what Billy said. You can try and be too cute.
I said to Dan after the match, after he potted that red one off, it's called the cruel game for a reason. I mean, that's the shot of the night. Nobody will play a better shot all night. No. It's costing the game, So
cool to have a win, though. I know you love the format. You've been watching it all throughout the season.
Haven't missed a show in 2 seasons. So
wow.
I absolutely love it. Yeah,
and no glove brilliant. Tonight? Do you usually wear a glove?
No, I wear a glove when I'm a little bit perspiring too much.
Okay.
But, it was
nice and cool then.
Relaxed enough tonight.
All right, there you
get
go.
Away with.
Beautiful cue
we get all the info that we need.
Honestly, he's got one of the best cue actions you'll see.
I played a local ranking tournament yesterday, and I played for 7 hours with the glove on all day because the moisture was in the air in the room. So it's just the circumstances dictate it.
Fair enough. Conditions absolutely perfect. No glove required. Congratulations, Patrick Wallace. Then through to the semi-final tonight, and our next quarter-final coming your way. Looking to Matt Ford, even money. Wayne Townsend, the favourite at 8-11. So back down to the arena we go, and back to our team in commentary: Billy Castle and Neal Foulds.
Yeah, thank you, Rachel. Billy's here with me, and we're looking forward to this one. Wayne Townsend on the left, Matt Ford on the right. And it's another really tough game to call.
Matt Ford to break.
It really is. It's hard to say. Matt Ford played some good stuff in this last year, didn't get through, but was close to doing so. So he's going to be tough to beat. Wayne Townsend does well on the amateur circuit, Billy, doesn't he?
Yeah, this is certainly a tough one to call, Neil. Yeah, Wayne's definitely come into his own in the last few years on the amateur circuit. He's plays in every pro-am and seniors and whatever, and he's had some good wins. The same for Matt Ford, though. He came in last year, and he did win a Monday or Tuesday night.
Yep, I remember it. Yeah. So yeah, it's an interesting game. I mean, I think if this was not under the glare of the cameras and all the expectation, I think Wayne might have a better chance, because I think he sometimes struggles with all that. I mean, I've known Wayne a very long time. Mentioned earlier, he and his brother Carl Townsend was the original sort of good player of that era.
Yep.
I used to practice with a lot, and then Wayne would always be in the same club, and he was always a little bit in his brother's shadow, but not anymore.
No, certainly not. That's a nice pot from that. No, Wayne's definitely coming to his own, like I said, and definitely with. He just works himself up a bit, Wayne. That's coming from a friend point of view, Neil. You know him a long time, and I'm good friends with him. Sometimes it's nice if Wayne just could switch himself off, but some people are not like that.
No, he's a lovely guy, actually. He's a very inoffensive guy, is Wayne. Anyway, at the moment, it's Matt at the table with his early chance. And it's a question of what he can make of this. And get an early lead is always handy.
He's a very, very good potter, as Matt. He knocks some balls from all over the place, and so if he does settle down, he's got a few mates in tonight. He can be tough to beat. So he plays at a good pace anyway, so the shot clock's not going to be a worry to him. That's another nice shot. Quite easily get that shot thick there now.
Yeah, especially with pushing a bit of right hand side on to take it around the angles, you can push it onto the ball. You're right. He didn't do it.
14.
If I set one down nice.
Now, can he play it the other way? Because obviously you've seen him play the screw shot, but can he play the sort of stun with left-hand running side to go the other side of the table? Because I think if you're professional, you need both shots in your armoury. Yes, the answer. You can play that shot. Didn't put a lot on, but there's almost the same angle on the blue, played in two
19.
very different ways.
Yeah, and it's much harder to play it that way, Neil, because we don't play it that often.
Yeah, and you're going against the potting angle. You're putting the opposite side to the potting angle, aren't you? So
yeah, certainly.
It sort of confuses the mind a little bit.
You certainly see a lot more of those shots missed than you do the other side of the blue playing it.
Matt Ford,
And you know
19.
how it works, Billy. There's only one way to not miss those. Spend an hour and a half practicing them. You know, there is a way around all this.
Yeah.
And put the hours in and learn all these different shots. As we know, you know only too well what is needed.
That's a nice shot from Wayne. That's settling down.
1.
He's always got a very sound cue action. I've noticed that. Very straight front arm, but he gets through the ball very well.
Oh, this looks tight if he's on this. Just going away. It's a bit close for me.
8.
So,
If it's dead straight, it's more easy to push, isn't it?
yeah.
If it's sort of a slight angle, you can maybe cue away from it. Anyway, it's not playing it. It's not on actually, is
Just
it?
be careful here, because they do slide a lot. You don't go close to the left corner pocket. Oh, he took it on.
Wayne Townsend,
He's left it over the L. I didn't think he was going to play that pot there. I thought he was going to play the fin off safety shot.
What's his cue power like? Because it looks dead straight to me.
Yeah, it's normally pretty good.
Well, nothing there, was there, on it, really?
And the cue balls are a little bit heavier, so it is a very tough shot.
Who has got the most cue power you've ever seen or practice with, do you think?
Martin Gould's got to be up there for me. What I've practiced with up close, he can turn the cue ball inside out. But for what I've watched, obviously Judd Trump's up there.
Yeah, yeah.
No, because you watch these players when they do it. You know, Judd Trump seems to open up his whole complete body in it when he gets to spin and stuff on it.
And he gets a lot of cue speed, doesn't he? The cue absolutely races through the ball. Yeah, good shouts, both of those. Anyway, this match is getting very interesting now because Matt had a gilt-edged opportunity there and he didn't make much from it.
Well, you got to play the one by the black here. It's the right shot. Yeah, this is his opportunity.
1.
Just a natural angle. One cushion for the Reds back in the right corner pocket here. He finished perfect on that black there, Neal, to play that shot.
Yeah, and just a little angle to run through onto the black, so he's got an opportunity here.
Yep. I'm sure his dad will be home watching tonight.
Martin, yeah.
Hopefully you keep him well, mate.
$16.
You know, he could play this here and leave the red above the blue as well after this to take the 12 points and go into the pack. I'm not sure he can do that now.
17.
So I fancy the 2 cushions here now.
Well, the trouble with the 2 cushions, you've got to go so close to the right-hand corner now on these tables, haven't you? I think he could just stun into them, can't he? He might be able to force it in directly.
He could, yeah.
But the 2 cushion shot you're saying about topspin, the cue was almost got to go in off into the right corner to come round and open the reds. Anyway, he's not pleased with that. The head went up in the air.
Yeah, this you can hit these reds. Tricky pot this. Oh, got it.
Not perfect on his next colour though, so it's a tight old frame this with a long time to go.
Tingle.
It's quite a developed frame. It's, you know, we've got 6 reds left and a lot of time. Could be a completed frame actually. That's a lovely shot. That is a lovely little shot, isn't it? Perfectly played.
29.
Yeah, now he's got the balls where he wants them here now at his mercy. But still loads of time left. I've had a lot of frame. There's 8 minutes left still.
30.
Play the green now, maybe. It's a better angle to leave on the red after the next shot.
Yeah, and it also gives just a bit more time to walk around the table. There's no need to rush here. I mean, it's not really about time this frame, but he just play at a nice pace.
33. 34.
Yeah, it's a nice angle on the pink as well, for the red just below the 4 of them.
Yeah, very nice. Wayne actually played in the very first Home Nations event that was played in the English Open
40.
in Manchester that year. And he played Kyron Wilson, and so he was lucky to be in it, or he remember messaging me saying, I'm in it, and I couldn't work out how he got in it. I think it was because he got the final of the English Amateur. And
41.
Kyron Wilson, it was all on TV. He lost heavily, actually, but he still got, I think, that picture on one of his profiles of walking out on the main table in a Home Nations event live on Eurosport.
Yeah, I remember he lost the English Amateur final, so he got a place at the English Open or British.
Well, he should have won that final, but I did some commentary on it. Jonathan Bagley beat him, didn't he? And he should have beaten him. He was 4-0 up in that final.
Jamie Bodle.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Good shout. Good job you're here. Yeah.
Just up here.
And I was actually on the match.
Yeah.
Forgotten his name.
Wayne was a little bit distraught at the time.
Wayne Townsend,
He had a
48.
good chance to win it at maybe 9-7 up, something.
Yeah. It was painful because to be English Amateur champion, as you know, it means a lot.
Oh.
Well, he's left him plenty here, and it's almost at the point here, Billy, where I don't think you don't have to look at the score, the time. Just pot the balls.
Yep, just do what's right now, and you've won the frame. You don't need to worry about the shot clock.
One.
He's not played top with a bit of side there.
Well, he may have done.
Yeah.
Well, he play up the table now, I think. No need to slow things down, just play.
Yeah, he doesn't need to look at the clock.
You're never going to defend all this time, just pot the balls.
Oh, Matt was walking.
Well, I've seen balls going in the event in China this week from like that. So those pockets are not small.
Every game I looked at in China, I've not followed much, but I looked at the scores and breaks going in there. Everyone's up scoring as heavy as ever. I mean, Judd Trump doesn't look like he's struggling, does he?
He's playing tremendous.
Wayne Townsend,
It's actually not over yet. 42 in it, 43 on. But yeah, there was 34 centuries on day one of that event. That's a lot.
Yeah, he's got a good angle here now. I feel if he hits this fin, he could go for the brown and green, brown and yellow. I mean, surely he's taking it on, isn't he?
I don't know if he is, well, if he thought that there was no way of getting on the black, I understand it. But I think, because obviously he needs 2 reds, 2 blacks, doesn't he? But I agree with you. It looked on that shot.
Yeah, I thought it was quite... he's played a decent safety here, and the clearance is on. I mean, he's quick enough to do it. So what's trouble with Wayne is he's not got no colour safe yet.
I mean, you can stick a red at the other end of the table, and that's what he's tried. That's always one way, isn't it? Because that way, you get the red at the other end of the table. How do you get a red and a black off it? Well, it's not so easy anyway. Oh, that's a terrific shot. You know what? There could be a little bit of life in this game. This is a bit like when players are on maximum attempts. To get onto the red for the angled for the black is the tough bit at times. Now, has he gone far enough? Because if he hasn't got a shot.
Oh, it's tough to see a way around there.
Needed the cue ball near the brown spot, didn't he? That's where he wanted it. Now, it's almost an argument not to go for this,
Oh, he's playing the... He's going to play the pink here to play for a tie. Wow.
9.
We haven't had that sort of a... Well, is it even called a deadlock or a tie? What is it called? There's not even a name for it. It's not happening anyway. That was his moment, wasn't it? I don't know if I think I'd have refused that red, there, and waited one.
Yeah, there's still enough time. I mean, especially when he refused the red before.
Of course, there is an argument.
Wayne's got to get the rest out here. Neal, and just know there's...
Yeah, he's clock watching, isn't he? I don't know why. I don't think there's any need for that now. I think the game is done, personally.
Oh, that's not a bad look quick.
He's played all right, Wayne. He's done well, and Matt Ford did have his chances because he was in first with an opportunity. Oh goodness!
Oh.
They've arranged for the pause. I think that's enough. That's enough. Wayne Townsend has beaten Matt Ford. It was potentially a close game, but it was Townsend who got through.
You're watching week 8 of the Snooker Legends 900, and match 3 has been won by Wayne Townsend. Congratulations, Wayne.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
I bet you're delighted. I know you love this event. Actually, you've been here at the club a couple of weeks watching on.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've been here a couple of times. Yeah, watching it. I'm not far from here, so I'm about 40 minutes. So yeah, so I thought I'd come down and watch it.
And you played well tonight, and Neal, you thought he had a good match there.
I thought you played well. Yeah, I mean it's never easy. You know, Matt got in first. He had a couple of chances, but you took them well.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I mean it was a good match. I must admit. Tables a lot. It's lovely. It's really fast. So I think it's half suits me a little bit because I don't hit the ball that hard. So I felt like it was a bit. Well, last year in the other table, I think it got quite heavy. So it weren't as easy. I didn't think.
But you practice on a quick table. Where do you practice now?
I practice at Hayes Working Men's Club.
You and Carl have been there since the club opened, haven't you?
Yeah, we've been. Yeah, when the balls are square. So I've been there about 18 years. So I have to give them a shout out to Hayes Working Men's Club because obviously I said I would if I win a game. So they've been great to me. So without them, I wouldn't be able to play. To be honest with you, so. Yeah, so it's massive help for me.
You work a lot as well, don't you? You've got a full-time job. I mean, it's hard to keep everything going, isn't it?
But yeah, really tough. I mean, I don't play to be a professional, but I love playing the amateur game, amateur circuit and stuff like that. And yeah, I just love the game. I practice every night after work. So yeah, I still got the love for the game.
What is it you work now as?
I work at Dulux. Yeah,
oh, do you?
It's a paint company. Yeah,
I remember you used to work in men's clothing.
Yeah, I was there. I was in the clothing for about 18 years.
Yeah.
Yes, 18 years.
Been around this fella, you know. I've known him a long time, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that.
This interview's taking a turn.
Yeah. This happened last year, if you remember rightly. We just carried on talking like it was it.
I've noticed Long John Silver still had both his legs when I first met him. That's how long ago it was.
Yeah, I've known Neal for 30 years.
Well, I was telling Lee that. Anyway, we could go on, but we're not going to, right?
Yeah. We can't because there's some snooker to happen. Well done, Wayne. Great to see you win again. Another match here at the 900, and Wayne is through to tonight's semi-final, and he will play the winner of Fergal Quinn 8-11, who is the favourite against our marquee player. It's Jason Shaw, a 5-time Moscone Cup champion, of course, switching from pool to snooker. Let's see how he gets on with the guys in commentary. Back to you, Lee.
Thanks a lot, Rachel. Yeah, eagerly anticipating this match. We're all desperate to see what Jason Shaw is like on the snooker table. We all know how brilliant he is on the pool table, but he got a tough match tonight in Fergal Quinn.
Yeah, he certainly has, Lee. He's playing young Fergal, who's a full-time player. They're travelling all over the world and trying to become a professional.
Well, he did say he's been sort of working on his business for the last 9 months, so he hasn't had that much practice, but he still said he'd play well.
Yeah, he plays a lot in Darlington, QLs, with Sam Maffei and a few of the lads. He's a good player, Fergal. But anyway, it'll be interesting to see. We all want to see what Jason Shaw's going to be like.
Yeah, that'll be a bit of a shock to him there because he's just had a walk around the table to see then the beeps were going off on his first shot. But he's played a nice containing shot.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he gets on with the cue on the table as well, Lee, isn't it? I mean, because the bottom of the queue actually was telling us only the butt of it. I think it only weighs like 3.8.
Yeah, but on this table, do you need a heavy cue? The pace this rolls?
No, but obviously he's a confident lad, isn't he? A confident player. He's a multiple Moscone Cup winner, and what is he in the world? In the world number, he's got to be in the top 10 in the world. World 9-ball player.
I have not been supplied that information. Oh, tell you what, that was a hell of a go.
Oh, he stuck the red up there.
So do we actually know how tall Fergal is? Because he is, I mean, he's miles up there, isn't he? I did say this is an advantage, isn't it, on a speed snooker where you don't need the long stuff as much, because he is proper tall.
One.
Yeah, he's tall.
So getting back to you, Jason Shaw is number 5 in the world.
Well, there you have it. He's one of the best 9-ball players there is. But getting back to the fight for Fergal, I mean, looking at him beside Mark, you know.
Look at this for a gappage.
Oh, as we all know.
6.
We can see it now. Mark's 6 foot, our referee, so Fergal's got to be 8 foot.
You're going to get a warning for that, Billy.
That was like a Maria Catalano gap, that one, wasn't it? Last week when she played the red and the black.
Ah, she was so close to winning last week, wasn't she?
It was brilliant to have her in. I mean, yeah, the black doesn't go here. And you can't quite see the kind of square of this. You got to be careful. He doesn't go into the red.
He's got,
or going off as well.
Got to be careful. It doesn't go in off.
Got to be careful. How's that
the side has kept that out. The right hand side, when it's hit the right hand cushion, it stopped it from going. That is unbelievable. Everyone's screaming. Everyone's screaming in here. It's not a bad shot. He was in a lot of trouble there. It's not easy playing out the jaws of the pocket there.
That's a tough shot. He's done well there.
You know, you have to think. That's pool table's a lot smaller than a snooker table.
Yeah, a lot smaller.
And to play a shot that you're not really playing on a lot that was a good effort. This is a good safety as well. I think he's having a go at this. What a shot.
Wow.
What a shot. Cleaning.
Well, the shots he's played so hard tonight, he's played a few nice safety shots. The first long one he only rattled, and that one he found out of the pocket, and this is another nice shot, Lee. Wow, if it stops running, it's a nice shot.
How quick is that?
But if he's left-handed, I'm just wondering if he could cut this red into the left pocket here, bottom cushion, flick the other red off the black.
Well, he spotted it. Oh, he's a little bit unlucky. He's caught the black there.
6.
So we know he can pot 'em.
Well, we know he can definitely play.
And look at the speed they went in the pocket. I don't think he's got any issues with it in the ball hard. You know, especially on this table. Apparently he has got another cue with him. He's got a snooker cue with him, but he's just decided he's going to play with his pool cue because he's just used to having it in his hand all day long. Oh, have a word with the... What a fluke.
Green ball.
So just a safety shot then.
It's like the night of the flukes, Lee, isn't it?
It's had everything already tonight.
Virgo Quinn, 1.
Yeah, possible plant there. With the red underneath the pink. Worth an attempt?
Yeah, if he hits it thin enough.
Yeah, because you don't want to cannon the red to the left, but again the beep's going off.
Oh, is it behind the yellow though? Is it behind the yellow?
What a massive bounce that is. Oh my word. I mean, he's got to think. You've got to think quick. You're just thinking coming off that left hand yellow cushion, loads of left hand side, and try and lay on the red over the pocket or move the red over the pocket.
Yeah, that's the target. Here we go. How much size he got on? He's gonna flick it. He's okay. He's flicked one, Lee.
Well, it's better than not hit one altogether, but
yep.
And he's possibly not left that one, but he's left the one below the pink, the one below the black spot.
Oh, he's looking at this. This is thin, is it?
This is thin.
Wow, it looked a bit easier than what it was, Lee. I think it looked very thin on our screens, didn't it?
Very.
1.
So He's left himself the long blue. He's left-handed, so those two reds on the black cushion won't hamper him.
Yeah, it's a big shot.
Yeah, he's not going to feel pressure like everyone else. He's played a lot, you know.
I'm quite impressed with him so far.
A lot of big games.
He looks very calm, composed, playing at a good pace. He's hitting lovely. You know, the way he's hitting the ball's nice. He looks at home out there, doesn't he?
He looks good, if you ask me. Still checking the scoreboard, checking the timer.
You could just drop the black in there. If the white cannons are blue, left-handed.
Yeah.
There you go.
Shrewd thinking. Very clear thinking.
14.
So.
It looks like a very good potter anyway, Lee, on these shots. Looks very assured. Use the ball. Oh, that one. Q didn't go through straight there.
You've boxed him.
Jason Shaw, 14.
I remember the last time Judd Trump went to the US Open, played 9-ball. He actually bumped into Jason Shaw, didn't he? One of the rounds.
Yeah.
You know, Jason, I think, beat him 9-1, 9-0.
Yeah, I think
you know, it just shows you how tough it is playing these top balls at 9-ball.
Listen, mate,
Trump.
I've played Ralph Souquet, I've played Mickey Eminem. You don't know. All the snooker players, we all sit home and watch it go, oh, the pockets are big. And it's all right if you're playing somebody at your standard. You play one of these big boys at 9-ball,
8.
you soon find out how absolutely brilliant they are.
Yeah.
But even when they're pushing balls out, when they're playing the jump shot, I mean, it's a difficult shot. I mean, you all think you can do it, but I mean,
even, sorry, but even their tactical play is good, isn't it? The way they hide the colours and hide the cue ball is brilliant.
Honestly, they are proper good.
Yep, I'll copy that. It's a much harder game than you actually think.
Yeah, it's all right if you're at the table and you're potting and you're clearing up. You know, a general snooker player is good, at, you know, at positional shots, but they're also good at that, and they've got everything else.
16.
Yeah, they got the sides of the game that snooker players haven't, have they? When you first go into it, you know, you must practice and learn all of that.
Which you can do, of course. You know, got to look at Chris Mellon.
Yeah, well, he's good at all of it, isn't he?
Yeah,
Snooker, pool, Chinese 8-ball.
Yeah, he is very good.
9-ball, football. He's good at all of them. But we've got another good pool player in tomorrow night. Good, well, very good snooker player, firstly.
Yeah, Mark Gray.
Mark Gray. He's played in the Australian Cup.
I think he's, you know, he could win the whole thing, to tell you the truth.
Got to a final of a Pro-Am yesterday. In Peterborough, where he lost to Alex Clenshaw. But he beat Wayne Townsend in the semi-finals, and I think he had a couple of tons on the day.
Oh, that's nice to hear. Alex Clenshaw's winning stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
Has he got away with it?
I think he has. Yeah, he's tapped the table. There's only 5 in it.
Yeah, and that right corner pocket being blocked up now as a...
Yep. Send that red round somehow. He's not put it over this pocket, has he?
No, he's okay. You know, I fancy Jason to have a go at this red to the left corner. He's not turned much down, Lee, has he?
No, I mean, there's time left. He's got to be careful he doesn't cannon the red on the side rail. Just missed it.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how Fergal feels, because he has got a pot on there. But, you know...
I think he's just going to clip off the edge of this red with a little bit of left-hand side off the black cushion and then back up. There we go.
Oh, this is pacey though. This is very pacey. I thought we should have gone for the pot there, Lee. I thought we could have got the gap off the 2 cushions and back around. Jason's going to go for it. If it does go in, he's got a good chance.
Oh, and that.
1.
That was a good pot, Lee. That's a nice little kiss on that red.
Yeah. So one good positional shot here.
Oh, he's trying to come up for the red in the middle of the table.
Would you have just played for the red underneath the black spot? Because it was so simple to get on.
4.
Either angle, he's got the brown and pink there. He's got the blue if he wants to go at the top. He's got the black on the spot. Now, this becomes much trickier. Yeah, he's found the gap there. That's a nice shot, Lee. He's found the gap.
5.
Back in perfect position.
You know, I wonder how many players has tuned in tonight, Lee, to watch Jason Shaw playing a 900.
I'd imagine quite a few.
Yeah. He's got a good following. He's been very popular in the club today.
10.
So, putting all his concentration into this one.
That's a nice pot.
11.
So he's going to have to play to get on this red on the right hand cushion. Okay, he's grabbed the points
18.
there.
13-point lead. So that's only 2 reds and 2 colours.
Yeah, that's 4 balls. He's got to plot 4 balls now if Quinn wants to get back into this. I think he's going to have to go for this long one with 1 minute. He's got to go for it. So, all your eggs in one basket. Got to cue this long red in.
It's either a game winner, Lee, or a loser potentially.
Yeah.
Oh, he struck it well. I just thought the red might have checked back there, Lee. Sometimes that happens on it.
I mean, he's hit it so well, but he's hit it really hard though.
Yeah. If I was Jason, I wouldn't go for the pot early. Put the red on the bottom cushion.
Yeah,
There's a big target in behind the green and yellow, and you got the blue and a big target here.
Just clip off it.
That's the one. It's a massive target you had there, Lee. Oh, wait on. No. Well, there we go, Jason. That was the right shot you played before. And now, just got to use the clock, doesn't he? You have to play this. Been quite impressed with this, Lee.
Yeah, he's played a good frame.
Once again, Ferg will be back tomorrow night, Lee. That's 3 tough players.
I know.
Or 4 tough players, I should say. Matt Ford, Fergal Quinn, Daniel Ward, and...
Yeah, so there we have it, folks. The pool player Jason Shaw through to the semi-finals.
Well, we knew he was roasting on the pool table. He's pretty red hot on the snooker table as well. Congratulations to Jason Shaw, our marquee player. Great to have the win. Just what was that experience like?
Yeah, it was fun. I just wanted to get out there and just try and make a few shots, and I made a good long red to kind of get me going. That gave me a little bit of confidence, and yeah, just happy to get the win.
I mean, obviously you know snooker because that's where a lot of your background is in snooker, but do you still play any? I mean, I know you've spoken to Rachel about all this, but have you played much snooker recently?
No, I haven't played snooker. Couldn't tell you the last time I played snooker. Probably when I was back home in Scotland, April, something like that.
Wow.
But yeah, I just enjoy playing snooker. You know, I really enjoy the challenge.
But you know, you've made a good decision getting into pool. I mean, I've watched a lot of you playing pool, but one match sticks in my mind is when you played Judd. When Judd played in the States event, and he won a couple of matches, and I think they put a few up against him. The guy he played in the first round, I don't think he was going to beat him, but then he came up against you, and you took him to pieces. And you know, I thought, wow, this is for real now. You know.
Yeah, obviously he's just new to the game, but in that match I tried to just play to my strengths, you know, play some good safeties. I know he can't jump, so that was a big bonus for me. So I just tried to play to my strengths in that match, and it showed in the result.
Yeah, and just one other thing. What about, how did these pockets feel for you? Because I know if playing on pool, we know 9-ball pockets are big, right? I mean, there's no getting away from it. But, you know, can you adapt to snooker pockets easily? Because they're smaller.
Yeah, obviously I haven't played for a while, so I came in today and played for a couple of hours and just wanted to see where I was at. I used my snooker cue to start, but the cue ball was too heavy.
Rachel,
so I decided to go on my pool cue. I feel like I can get more out the cue ball, and I can, you know, manipulate the cue ball a little bit and get it to where I want it.
Very fast table. How does that compare with a 9-ball table?
Yeah, obviously this table's heated, so it's different. The ball doesn't stop rolling; it doesn't want to stop, and then you kind of get stuck in between a couple of shots if you're not, you know, got the speed down. Then you have to try and figure it out, and it's easy to get lost.
I know that the 9-ball players have amazing opportunities now all over the world. Do you think that if there was maybe a little more of a crossover and opportunities like this, that maybe a few more pool players might turn their hand to snooker?
Yeah, I think maybe a couple would try it. I've always wanted to have a go at snooker. I wanted to have a go at Q School a couple of times in the last couple of years, but the scheduling for the 9-ball, those big events on top of it, so it was kind of tricky. I just wanted to see what would happen.
Well, Corey Deuel tried it, didn't he? You know, the American pool player. He went to Q School. He did nothing there.
Yep.
But I don't think he had a snooker background at all. That was the problem.
Yeah, I think Alex Pagaline also went there. He did okay. He did okay because he's a good mover of the game. He's smart, you know, tactical. He knows how to really kind of break a player down. So he did well, but obviously Chris Mellon did well. He was on the tour as well. So I think there's potential there for players to have a go. It's just all about whether putting the right amount of time into it.
Schedule as well, yeah.
Very interesting chat, isn't it?
I know. I'd love for you to have a crack at it, see how you go.
Yeah, it would be fun. You know, I've never really had a coach in my life. Obviously, my dad was a professional, so I just kind of followed everything that he did. But I think in snooker, if I was to get a coach and really put the effort in, I think I could do some damage. You know, I'm not saying that I could go out there and blow everybody away, but I feel like I could do some damage. In amongst the balls when I'm playing, I can score big, you know, and it's all about the safety game really after that.
You've got your own club stateside, you've got a club in Dubai as well. How popular do you think snooker is in the States, for example, and how popular could it be a format like this?
I think in America it needs more snooker, you know. In Canada they have lots of snooker there, but in America it's very hard to find places to play. I think Washington or Seattle have some places, but other than that there's not too many tables, so it's hard to really I actually was in Washington and I was searching up snooker halls and I couldn't find nothing.
There you go, there's an idea for your next club. Jason, it's great to have you with us here. Really well done. And we will see Jason a little bit later. He's going to be playing Wayne Townsend actually in our second semi-final. Time for our first semi-final then of the evening. Martin Day Peck 13-8 up against Patrick Wallace, who's the favourite at 4-9. So back downstairs to the arena and over to Lee and Billy in comms.
Thank you, Rachel. Yes, welcome back, fans, to our first semi-final tonight between Patrick Wallace and Martin Daypack. And it's Martin to get us underway. Both of these come through quite convincingly in the first rounds. Lee?
Yeah. Who do you fancy in this one, though?
I've got to say Paddy, to be honest.
Yeah, he was quite solid in the first round, but don't forget he was given ball and hand 3 times, so you know, and the reds were everywhere. So we haven't really seen him like force an opening yet.
No, but Martin obviously had a couple of ball and hands as well.
Yeah, true, and a little, you know,
a little flick,
which are always nice.
Yep. So I like that flick.
Oh, that's what you need, don't you?
Try and drop on the bottom red here.
Nice shot.
I'm just wondering if this red goes up into the top right corner.
I think it does, mate.
Because he can stun the cue ball just below it and not leave the cut on the red. So it could be half a shot's enough in there. Wow, he's playing it. Looks good.
Very nice. And he's absolutely perfect on the black.
The maxi's on.
At least someone knocked the max and you would give one of your shirts away.
Mate,
yeah, that is the prize.
If someone makes 24, I'd give them all away.
What's the favourite shirt, Denny? Come on.
I haven't got one, mate. One that fits.
9.
He's got a good little shot here because he could go straight into him, or we could play the stun off the 2 reds above it. He then flick the white into the pack as well, so he's on 2 reds.
Yes.
Open both reds up then.
It's tricky. He doesn't want to catch that 1-2 thick and then miss the pack completely. That's the shot.
That's the one, Lee. I mean, you wouldn't have played that because you're old school, but
16.
I see it.
I think you've got to get them open as soon as possible, mate.
I'll tell you what, mate, the max is on.
So, has Paddy used the Mark Williams rest before? I don't think so. He hasn't pulled any faces. Oh, is he? Oh, yeah, he hasn't hit it.
He's done a Lee Walker.
What's going on?
16.
Must be the rest.
Pack 4, ball in hand. Start.
I did not see that coming.
No.
Nah, this is a good red to play. Good thinking.
1.
I would have left a little bit more angle on that, tried to get the cue ball right over to the black, but he's still in good position.
Wow. These frames, they're going quick tonight, aren't they? They seem to be flying by.
Yeah, this one could be very quick if he can get on a colour after this.
Oh, this is tricky though.
He's just going to run it through the gap.
This is tough, Lee. Oh, that was
9.
tough to play that cue ball for there, mate. Oh, he's got a red over the pocket here. He could be back on the black.
Yeah. Well, I thought he was taking it because he was obviously plumb on it.
That just looks so... And the white was so close to the red that you couldn't get much top spin through anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Green ball.
So is he going for this or is he just playing safe? He's just playing the safety. But he's left the red over the corner pocket.
So these difficult to control these leads, so we don't really know where the cue ball's going. He needs a little bit of luck here.
Yeah. But he'll be playing for the luck. Does that count? Oh, he's missed it altogether.
Oh, he's played a shot to nothing there.
Oh my word.
Well, that
again, he's played it with the right hand side. It's pushed and he's missed it altogether. Oh no, he's not going to hit that red, surely.
Oh.
Paddy thought, yes, he's fouled. Then he's looked at it thinking the cue ball's not going to stop here.
Oh my word. This is the problem when they're all playing with side out there. It's so skiddy, that table, with the cue ball being a fraction heavy.
1.
We've seen Matt Ford go in and off. Oh no, Daniel Ward go playing the safety shot.
We see a lot of it off tonight, Lee.
It's just been
3 times Daniel went in off.
Yeah, you're wondering which one I'm talking about.
8.
I mean, the one how Fergal didn't go in off, so that's the one that got me.
Yeah,
Jason. How's that stayed out of the pocket?
So loads of left hand side here.
Flick it back up. Oh.
9.
You would have liked to have been a little bit.
Didn't have a lot on it, did it? When
No.
the cue ball hit the cushion, didn't seem to have a lot of left hand on.
But, you know, he's going to be on so many reds to play on there. He's just shot playing an area and he's going to be on 3, 4, 5 reds.
16.
You know, he's got red to the middle, red to the left corner, red to the left middle, red to the top pocket. Plant. He's got it all going on.
Not easy positional shot here though.
17.
Okay, he had the gap.
Does the brown go there, Lee? Just having a look.
I don't know.
Yeah, it must go. So he's coming back down. It's tighter on our screens than it does look out there.
Yeah, It's tricky to see if this goes, but I think it just creeps past.
Yeah, because he did play on the top side of the pocket there.
21.
Does this red go below the cue ball into the right corner where you could just play the pot cannon the other end over for the pink to the middle? Oh, he's on nothing.
This one goes.
Oh, this is not easily.
It doesn't go.
Patrick Wallace, 21.
She just
oh, he's got away with that.
Just didn't land, did he, in the balls there?
No, the shot for me, obviously, especially when you go away from the pack lead, whatever you do, it gets tougher.
Would you cannon the red for the pink in the middle, maybe? But you'd have had to hit it. You've had to hit it quite hard to get the cue ball to move through the red.
I thought the first shot was a black he played. He had to screw up into the two reds.
Yeah.
But he can be back in very quickly, yeah. Yep, he's got the cannon on the red there, which is perfectly on the pink to the middle.
Pretty sure he's played that as well.
It's a great chance now, Lee, to wrap up the frame on his visit.
You see my mate's knees with the ripped jeans on.
They didn't say you're the. They didn't say they were your mate. They just said they wanted to lift to watch the 900, Lee.
Well, it's the landlord of my
7.
my favourite pub in the area, the Crown in Chinner.
Okay.
Great pub, sports bar.
Yep.
Great food.
Well, you told me you were breakdancing with the balls last weekend. I'm not sure if true that is.
My breakdancing days are done, son.
8.
Meanwhile, Patrick's just lost the white ball again there.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah, he's not happy. But he's got a nice lead. Doesn't have to go for this blue.
Well, he could just drop it in and it's two reds below the pink.
No,
but
I
he's
think
not.
he's
He's
just going to put the pink, put the yellow on the side cushion, put the cue ball in the middle of the bolt cush.
Patrick Wallace, 8.
Nearly got it right.
There's a chance at a pot here, Lee.
Yeah, not easy though. Put it a bit thin.
It's a big target for Patrick here, though. To get a good cue ball in behind the colours. You know, his safety game is very good, Lee.
Yeah, I mean, he's been a bit fortunate there because I wouldn't have been trying to take that red anywhere near the black ball and bring it off. I mean, there's still plenty of time left. 5.5 minutes left. There's only 36 behind. But now all of a sudden, if Martin can get in, the black
is a good shot.
The black is now available, and that if that creeps in behind the yellow and the green, it's through to Watford.
Oh, what a shot!
Wow. He's left a thin one here. Not a nice shot, but I think he's had a look at it, so he's definitely going for this. What a shot.
Yeah, no. Just got to drop the pink into the middle here. It's not easy. There's tricky pockets, these middles on these tables, Lee.
Yeah, I think he's got to get on the red in the other middle. Now to get on that black.
Yep.
Needs to be straightish on it, doesn't it? He's try and get it out of there.
7.
I mean,
Lee tried to cannon them. Well, in fact, if the black did go, we could leave the cue ball to the side cushion. You had to play that shot, and then try and power through that red.
Oh, that was close as well.
Martin Dapek, 8.
Yeah, it doesn't look good for him now with the red and black is.
No, surely Paddy's too clever.
Yeah, well, he's going to try and clip off his fin, try and put the red onto a side cushion and white up in behind the bought colours. Just do that.
Can he play the red down? It's the wrong shot because he's leading. Could you play the red down onto the black and knock the red in?
Well,
I can't believe that. That's the wrong shot, whatever it was.
Yeah. That always looked tough to miss the black and reds there. So now he can screw up in behind the black here.
Is there enough time?
Just got to get on with it. Yep.
He's played a very good positional shot there.
The best thing, he's got the reds down in this area, Lee, with the black.
Yep, so there's 24 straight away.
I'd just stun across the face of this red, to be honest.
Yeah, leave it high. Oh, he's wrong. Okay, good shot, good shot.
8.
It's definitely on, Lee. There's only 20 in it. These 3 reds and colours. He's got it.
Yep.
9.
Oh.
Where's his side on that?
He had to be playing that side.
Yeah, left-hand
Like,
side.
He can't be looking at the angle here. He knows it's thin. He's got to play in out of bulk.
Needs to miss the pink and the brown.
Oh,
he's
played
checked
this lovely. He's on this red.
16.
He has played a nice shot there.
Would you play back for the blue or across the table and back on the black?
You could play across the table if you wanted. Oh, that's what he's
play.
tried.
I thought I'd have done that in back for the blue.
16.
Yeah. I think whatever you're comfortable with, but
Still though, there could be a twist still, Lee.
There's 12 in it. He's
Gonna
going
be
to
like
run this 20
just
seconds
over a minute.
Got to get the cue ball back. This is nice. This is nice.
Yep. That's a superb shot.
It's been a good frame, this one, to watch.
Very entertaining.
I mean, I'm not sure what Paddy was trying to play on that safety shot before, but I'll ask him later on.
Wow, use your 20 seconds, row the red onto the side left cushion, Lee.
Yeah. Do whatever you want. Use your 20 seconds, even if you just bash it round the table, which is what he's decided to do.
Yep, that's a good shot. And that's that.
See, it runs the clock down while you're waiting for it to start.
Unless he chips a plant in.
Oh. Still running, doesn't even have to play it. So there we go, folks. The first person through to the final is Patrick Wallace.
Welcome back, everyone. Great to have your company tonight. It's the final week of the Snooker Legends 900 Season 2, and let's just reflect on that semi-final first up. Lee.
Yeah, I mean, Patrick sort of bossed it at the beginning, but then when he played a bit of a shocker of a safety shot there, he's moved the red and the black, and then all of a sudden it was game on, because I could only see one winner before that shot. And like you said, sometimes it gets a bit tricky down there, and you go into meltdown, and that's what happened.
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, he's the favourite for the whole of the week 8, but I think it's wide open. Nothing's changed. I know he's still going, and he could come through this evening, but I don't think Patrick Wallace is got a better chance than 4 or 5 others that I've seen. You know,
Okay.
It's very, very difficult to call.
Well, he's in tonight's final. Our second semi-final is just around the corner, so let's get some predictions. Wayne Townsend is actually the favourite, 8-11, against Jason Shaw, even money. Great to see Jason win his match tonight. He's a real lovely guy, isn't he? And great to have him here. The pool star that he is.
Well, look, I mean, I'm lucky enough to have been in snooker all these years and spoken to a lot of people, but I tell you what, it's very fascinating, something slightly different angle to this. You know, Jason looks a fantastic pool player. He come from a bit of a snookering background. Now he's back playing snooker. I'm so interested to see how it all goes over the next 3 days for him.
Yeah, and I kind of, when I was listening to him chatting in with you, he sort of said, you know, he's looking forward to getting in amongst the balls. Because I'm thinking, well, if he's looking forward to getting it, because his long game wasn't bad, he slapped one in that nearly went in, and he slapped another two in that were decent length. So if he's saying that his short game is better than his long stuff, then I am looking forward to seeing him play.
Who are we predicting for the semi-final then? Wayne or Jason?
Oh. You see, that is a tough one, because Wayne was really, he was out of it against Matt Ford until Matt missed a really sort of simple red to let him in, because I thought Matt Ford, after he rolled the yellow in the middle, I thought he was going to clear up. So, yeah, over to you, Neil.
Well, I think that Wayne is more of a snooker player than probably Jason is, understandably. But I think when it comes down to nerve, it just might be that Jason finds something in those 15 minutes. I'm very, very interested in this match.
Cannot wait for that. And just a reminder, of course, it is the final week of Season 2 here at the 900, and 7 players have already marched through to the grand final on the 22nd of November. And here's the list. Week 1, it was Josh Thomond at 9th when he came through a strong group.
He did, and that was Tony Knowles was the marquee player, and Tony couldn't get through. But Josh Thomond wasn't really everyone's idea of somebody that would win. I'm not even sure whether he was always in it. I think he might have come in as a replacement. Anyway, that may or not be the case. But he is a left-hander, and I wouldn't expect him to win the final. He's got plenty to say for himself, by the way. I saw him at Cheltenham a couple of days later. He was there, you know, at the British Open. All of a sudden, he was everywhere. So he's buzzing to be in it, and good luck to him.
I bet you he's buzzing about the grand final. And Lee Walker, best coach in the world. 13-2.
That's a statement, that is. I mean, maybe he is. I'd like to see him work on my game, but he's just a great, clever player. Yeah, that's what I can say about Lee Walker. He's been around for a long time. Well,
for such a slow player, he'd never won a match at the shootout, but this was his format, and he managed to come through. Week 2, and Harvey Chandler, Michael Holt, Andy Lavin, Dominda Lilly and Nick Barrow all through. Just one more place up for grabs. We haven't time to go through all of them, but
that's right.
Well, that was quick. We got
just one line on each of them.
We got a great lineup, though, haven't we?
Very interesting lineup, and I don't know for sure who's out of those will win, and you know it could be that whoever gets through tonight could win the whole thing. It's very possible. It's open because there are some people who we've seen go through who are not sure to last the trip out, you know, and get to the finals.
Okay, and after the next match, actually, we'll be doing the draw. We'll have 4 new players coming in tomorrow night. Of course, the 4 losers from tonight, and that draw will be on the way. Did you enjoy your cocoa tonight, boys?
Yep, it was lovely as usual.
Yeah, well, we liked it, yeah.
Good, all right, I'm glad you're happy. We're ready for the second semi-final then. Wayne Townsend, 8-11, Jason Shaw, even money. Fascinating match. Down to the arena we go once again, and over to you, Billy, in commentary.
Yes, thank you, Rachel. Wayne. Welcome back, snooker fans, to our second semi-final of tonight between Wayne Townsend and Jason Shaw. And it's Jason to get us underway. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game.
Very interesting game, I think. As I say, I think Wayne is just pure snooker player, and you know, as we said earlier, finalist in the English Amateur Championship, regular pro-am winner. Jason is a brilliant pool player, one of the best 9-ball players in the world. So this is where the worlds collide, and we'll see who comes out of it.
Yeah. He said he obviously fancies himself in the snooker capacity. Neal listened to his interview. You know, he thinks he could be to a good standard and dangerous.
Well, yeah, that's true. He potted a very good long ball, all 3 in that match, but you know, his touch wasn't there. You know, he didn't have a tight control over the cue ball. That's one thing snooker players at the top level have, as we know. You know, some beautiful break builders.
So that side of it I've yet to see, but I'm very interested in how it all unfolds. I wouldn't write anything off. I mean, for years, you know, snooker players, probably me included, have sort of always said that pool players are, you know, snooker players haven't quite made it, but there's always going to be exceptions to that. I mean, there's some brilliant pool players around. It's a game I love watching, but it is different. You know, there are different things to it. So we'll see.
Yeah, is he looking at playing the double and leave himself on the black?
You know, I think this is what I'm saying about him being clever.
Yeah.
I think he played the plant there, you know.
Yeah, he did play the plant.
And he was going to hide it behind the black or beyond the black. So this is where I think he's clever. He's a little unlucky to have left the red, because that was something that he couldn't have bargained on. So I think it was a clever shot. You might see him play shots that are not really snooker shots, and that wasn't one. But as I say, the bottom line from it all is that Wayne has got in first.
Yeah, he got a bit unlucky to leave that red up there, but this is a tricky shot on the brown. Yeah, that's nice.
What a kiss! What a kiss! Because that cue ball was heading down into a position of where he was not going to be on anything for a while. There's a kiss from the gods there. That's not very well played. He's on it, but he could have done with just getting through a bit further, pushing the reds a bit further into play. It's all right though. He can reach it. It's tall.
Yeah, that's nicely played.
14.
Might be a little straight on this, just for getting back onto the next red. Obviously he's got the power to screw back, but he'll be sort of heading out. Hopefully get it out into the middle of the table on that bottom red which goes. And that's nicely hit. That really is perfectly played in screw.
21.
Judged to perfection.
Two.
This is the point, isn't it? You know, you're seeing Wayne, who's a decent snooker player, and his control of the cue ball has been good in this break. Obviously, he's got more to do yet, but you know, he's got the cue ball under different sort of control that I saw from Jason earlier on. But as I say, one is world-class cue sports, and the other one isn't basically. But we're playing snooker tonight, and this is good stuff from Wayne Townsend.
Yeah, this is very good. He's got, like I say, he got control of it. He looks good out there. He looks calm. There's a red below the pack that goes as well, so he doesn't have to go into him after the next shot. At the bottom of the, so you can just drop this blue in now. Neal, and he'll be on the red at the bottom of the pack.
Yeah, it looks like it's on, doesn't it? So, you know, whatever kind of angle he has on it, anything straight, he should be fine. Well, he's quite straight on it, isn't he? If he was a little lower, he could have maybe brushed off the reds, but even then, he's chipping away nicely here. This is good stuff so far. Yeah, the cannon was not quite on, so what do? Do you try and keep the break alive, or? I know deep down he'd love to.
Yeah, you could even here, Neal. Put the black up into bulk, couldn't you? Leave the white on the bottom cushion there. Push the black up into bulk.
Yeah, could do that.
Black.
He might try and keep the break going, but he doesn't have to do that. No, he's what he's done is played a sensible shot. He'd be annoyed that it wasn't more, but a 40 is a handy break.
Yeah, I thought Jason would be getting the red off the right cushion there.
No, I agree with that. Yeah, I would have thought so. One thing you can say about the pool tables, 9-ball, yes, we know their big pocket's massive, and that was a poor shot. The middle bags on the pool tables, some angles are really tight. There's nowhere to aim at, really.
Yeah, I thought it was a poor shot from Jason. I thought he should have played the red on the right cushion there, Neal, isn't he?
Definitely. Needed a bit of nudge there. Well, it's okay. No, I don't know why he didn't play that red. You're right, he needs it in play, doesn't he? He needs it open. So, 40 behind, you've got to just get balls out, haven't you?
Yeah, he might decide to play the blue air down into the left corner pocket.
Wayne Townsend 1.
Is there a plant on there Jason's having a look at?
Wants to be careful, Wayne, with this lead. It's not a dangerous lead, it's a very handy lead, but it's a lot of time left for things to change. He doesn't want to sort of go into his shell, and he looks disappointed. He's left a plant. Combination.
Yeah, he's on the pink.
1.
But the balls are not favourable, and that was a legacy of a couple of shots that have been played where they've gone awkwardly. So a 40-point lead where the balls are feels like more. No good. No good, that. And no obvious shot either here.
Oh, this looks horrible.
Got in the cushion, but I'm sure he's familiar with all the rules and regulations. Played a good shot there, in fairness.
Yeah, that was a good shot there. So he's forced Wayne in there maybe to get a red off the cushion. I mean, he could dump the white on the bottom cushion there.
I don't think I'd be getting a red off. I think I'd be playing the shot he's playing.
The dump shot.
Leave him on the cushion. Not his problem when they're there. Yeah, you called it. That's the right shot, I think. But then,
wow, he didn't.
He hasn't got it past the pocket.
Wow, that's a poor shot from Wayne because the white should have been down on the bottom cushion there now as well.
It was the right shot played poorly. So, is there a twist here?
1.
Well, he needed to be on the black there, and I think he is. He has to play the black to get it on its spot, get it in amongst the reds, which he's going to need to take with blacks.
Black.
Now, I don't know what sort of rest player is he? Interesting, because obviously you don't see a lot of rest play, do you, on a smaller table? Well, he maybe could avoid the rest, actually. I mean, he's got a long bridge, so maybe he doesn't like it. No control, and that's the problem he's got. No control.
Yeah.
Not enough control.
I thought he had to play the stutter around 2 cushions there.
Very interesting watching him. I'm enjoying watching him play.
I wonder if he's going to take the yellow on there, Neal.
Pink.
No, he's playing the pink.
And he might move that red out, will he? No. Good pot. Gets him points, but he's still making up ground, chipping away.
Would you screw this red onto the other red here?
I think he's got to. He's got to make things happen. He's got enough time left to not have to panic yet.
He's sort of back in it, really. Neal's only 19 in it.
Yeah. He had to play it, and he got lucky with the kisses.
That red looked like it was going. That red didn't can in the other one. It looked like it was going to close to the right corner pocket.
Maybe,
there.
but he got a little lucky there. They end up at the other end of the table at the cue ball.
Wayne's normally pretty good at these shots.
Yeah, nicely played. Although, hang on.
Hold on.
Hold your horses. Oh. Goodness me, that is too close. That would have been a game changer. That would have been look at that ball in hand. He's back in.
Just looking if he could roll the yellow on the side cushion there and get the white close in behind the brown.
Yellow.
I mean, that was just a case of fractions.
Wayne Townsend 1.
Anyway, the game still is far from over.
not too bad.
No, I don't know if he actually went for it or he played the
yeah
containing shot there, somewhere in between the two. But as you say, it isn't bad. I mean, there's so much time left that I don't think it's a question of just messing the balls up. It's quite a good idea, but he hasn't played it all that well. So now, can Jason play a safety shot which gets that cue ball right underneath the black cushion? If he can, then Wayne Townsend's in trouble. No, he's overhit it. No, he can get underneath this.
Yeah, he had a big target there, Neil, like you said. So you won't be happy with that shot.
I just feel there could still be a twist in the tail. I just feel there's more to this frame than what we've seen.
Should be careful here.
Not the thinking somewhere. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, you know he could have left that red there, Neil. That would have hit the knuckle. But he could push it straight up in behind the pink. He's got the pink there for blocker off the side cushion.
He's gone for the big Yahoo. I think it was a bit. I don't think he could hit it thin enough to cross double that. It was always going, beyond the pocket, wasn't it? The left middle.
Yeah, maybe the cross doubles a shot there.
It looks like he's playing something different to that. I think that was a question of not really going for the pot there, wasn't it? Pretending to.
Yeah, right. Well, Jason, it's a thin shot, but
I used to hate this shot against the nap of the cloth, thin cuts. I used to find that you hit them thick, just putting accidental side on, it goes the other way. Of course, and well, he's hit it thin, but to be honest, he was all at sea on it, wasn't he?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that if you play sort of right hand side against the nap, slowly it goes the other way. I don't know why it does it actually, but it does.
yeah, by the looks of it, we're going to get a Patrick Wallace and Wayne Townsend final tonight now.
It's looking that way, isn't it? I'm not, you wouldn't want to call a game too early, but I think snooker has won this game. And then they say the old expression, Jimmy White always says, snooker is the winner. Well, in this frame, it appears it is over Paul. But what I am pleased to say is that we're going to see Jason Shaw here Wednesday, because he'll be in the draw, which we're going to do shortly. So I reckon he can improve a lot on what we've seen.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to be a banana skin in the draw. Neil, I think he's come here. He's got the win tonight to get through to Wednesday, and I'm sure he's going to be better Wednesday.
Yeah, but for now, it's all about Wayne Townsend. Good win. He got in with a nice 40, and it kind of put the frame to bed early, didn't it?
Yeah, certainly. He's done it in both frames he's won tonight. He made a nice 48 break against Matt, a nice little 40 there, and he's played well.
Townsend 16 and
Yeah, well, it was a good performance from Wayne Townsend, a 40 break which triggered his success, and he's in tonight's final.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have got Wayne Townsend and Patrick Wallace through to tonight's final, back with Lee and Neil. We've got the draw standing by, but firstly, predictions for the final. What do we think?
I think Wayne Townsend, a good chance. I thought that was a good win for him against Jason Shaw. He knows what a brilliant pool player he is. He was up against. He wasn't overawed, got 40, and he's looked the more fluent of the two. So I think Wayne, just about.
And yourself, Lee?
Well, I've got to agree with Neil that he has looked the most fluent. He's had a couple of 40 breaks tonight, but I'm going to call Paddy.
Yeah.
All right, Paddy and Wayne. So.
Yeah.
Selection for both of them. I chatted to Billy Castle there. He said that he thinks Wayne on what he's seen tonight so far. So there you go.
That's good enough for me.
All the team getting involved, and we're all ready for the draw. So let's get it on. Let's get the names up on screen, and of course we've got the losers from tonight. The 4 new players coming in: John Hunter, Dylan Rees, Mark Gray, and Lee Martin. Who's going first?
Well, I was going first.
You go first. Okay.
Come on, you had your hand in there now.
Stickler.
I think this could be a proper tough draw tonight.
2.
Number 2 is Mark Gray. We've got another top pool player entering the fray.
Good player.
And Mark Gray will play.
Number 7.
Number 7 is Matt Ford. Number 5 World Senior ranked player.
It's tough.
Number 5.
And our second match tomorrow night will start with Hayden Staniland. Of course, lost out in our opening match this evening to Martin Dapek.
Number 3.
And Hayden will play number 3, and that is Lee Martin, seniors player, making a comeback from a triple bypass. So what a story to come back and play in this event on TV.
Number 6.
And number 6 is Daniel Ward. Surely luck will be on his side tomorrow night. 3 ball in hands against Patrick Wallace earlier this evening.
I know who he doesn't want. Number 4.
Number 4 is Dylan Rees, the Irish Disability Champion. So we'll be looking forward to welcoming Dylan tomorrow night, and he'll play Daniel Ward. And finally,
Number 8.
Number 8 is Fergal Quinn, who we saw already tonight, of course.
Against number 1.
Against John Hunter, number 1, who is the creator of the Q Stars. Very, very popular training method. And we're looking forward to tomorrow night. What do we think? Initial reaction?
Well, I think, obviously some of the players who lost tonight will be desperately looking to get, one back tomorrow. And I noticed the way the draws worked out, the 4 losers from tonight are playing the 4 new players, so they've all been separated in the draw. So out with the old, in with the new there. It's interesting.
Oh, yeah. So, well spotted.
Yeah, it works out nicely, doesn't it? I mean,
yeah.
I mean, Hayden Staniland will be looking for another chance, but it's going to be tough because I suppose the guys coming in tomorrow are playing someone whose confidence is a little bit dented by losing tonight.
Yeah, not only that, is Lee Martin's fresh off of winning the Paul Hunter reunion. Mark Gray's just a tough player. I've known him for a long time. So that's the top half's not where you want to be, really. That's the tougher half, I would say. Yeah.
Mark Gray, he once beat Jimmy White in a ranking event. I know we've all said that before, but that's an effort, isn't it, to do that? And it was a Sky event.
Yeah.
And then that was before he ever played pool.
And he also won the Moscone Cup.
Yeah.
So he's obviously a very, very good pool player. Anyways, we'll see whether his past snooker career is still with him tomorrow night. And there you go. That's the draw for tomorrow evening. Thank you so much. Playing a blinder as ever. Patrick Wallace 4-5, Wayne Townsend 10-11. So marginal favourite Patrick Wallace, favourite to win this week, of course, at the start of the night. So final coming up next, guys. You're going to hot-foot it to the commentary box, and we'll see you right after the break.
So welcome back, snooker fans. This is the final of night 1 of week 8, season 2 of the 900.
Wayne Townsend to break.
And it's Wayne Townsend to break as Mark Beale gets it underway.
Yeah, both of these two would fancy their chances come Wednesday, I think. When they're drawn out, they'll be playing again Wednesday night to possibly pick up the final place. They're both big players in it all, aren't they?
Yep, they're always at the latter stages of a seniors event.
I don't know if it's an advantage, necessarily to win tonight for that. And obviously they're playing for money tonight as well. But if you lose tonight, maybe you get the loss out of the system, because it's hard to just keep winning, isn't it? You remain undefeated like Anton Parsons did throughout the whole of it.
Yeah, very true. But I'm guessing, it's cost Paddy a lot more to get here than it has Wayne.
Sure.
500 quid puts a nice dent in your expenses for the week.
Depends how Wayne got here. I mean, if he got here with a chauffeur-driven Bentley or something. But then otherwise I agree. Must have done, because he only lives in Hayes.
I fancy he came with the great Raimondo.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he spent a lot of money getting here. But isn't it harder to think that the players that have flocked here, you know, over the course of this, from all parts of the world to play in it, it's terrific.
Yeah, brilliant. So it's a very nice positional shot he's played to get on the blue there, which has made this positional shot much easier to get on the red.
I played Patrick Wallace twice as a pro, one each with her, but the first time I played him, I can remember, was in Plymouth, and it went down to a decider, I think it was. It was certainly late in the match, and I had the most almighty Yahoo at, I think, the green ball, and with, I think, the brown safe. Missed the green by about 1.5 foot. It came around the table, brought the brown out and went in, and that cleared, won the match. And to about the next 3 years, the look he was giving me, even passing him in the corridors at venues, Patrick, he never quite forgave me. It was an outlandish fluke. I didn't care either.
I remember all those years we played at the Norbert Castle in Blackpool, and after you've played your match and you've got to walk that long, the long bit right up to your room, and you have to you pass in the same players all day long, and you just used to say, "How'd you get on, mate? Who are you playing?" You know, and it just got
still in. Listen, I know it's quite late, but I suspect there's a few snooker players out there that have been up the Norbert Castle and played in all those events, so they'll know what you're talking about. And there was a lot of spare time on players' hands back then, and they didn't always use it wisely. Leave it at that for now, I think.
Well, I always felt a bit sorry for my dad, because every time he got in the lift to go up to the room, Dominic Dale was in it.
Well, I mean, that's an awful thing to happen to anybody, actually. Yeah, I feel sorry for you, Dad. I've never met him, but it's not what you want to happen to you. Why was he in the lift all the time?
I don't know.
Well, he's just knocked out Mr. 2Qs tonight, hasn't he? Sean Murphy.
Has he?
Oh, yeah. And the event in China, the international, 6-3 to the spaceman. Maybe send for a few more cues over there, but anyway, that's a separate issue. Well done to Dominic. Now, hang on, is it anything hitting the cushion here or what?
Yeah, that's all day long.
Yeah, well, Mark Beale was there, wasn't he? He wasn't, he wasn't taking it for sure. He was on top of the situation. He's a good referee, actually.
Yeah, nice lad too.
So, for once, Wayne has got to come from behind in the match. Against Jason Shaw, he got him with a 40 early on. Neat break. Now he's playing catch-up. You're not always going to get yourself in front, are you? You're going to have to play to sort of pick up the pace in some matches, I suppose. This is tough.
Yeah, I was wondering whether he's got the angle. Well, he did play the top shot. That's the worst thing that can happen, a double kiss. Oh, what's he do? Surely he just play. Maybe that red doesn't go, Neil. That one. It doesn't. It doesn't. He's got no time to play the shot.
I'll be honest there. That was a bit dozy from.
You know, it's a shot clock.
Yeah,
You're walking around the table.
You can't just keep looking at things. You've got to make a positive decision. He must have been ever so close there, because the clock actually sounded the penalty. I think he just hit it by then. But that was not, not very forward thinking. Get on with the game.
Right. Surely he's got a stun in behind the brown here. Off the green, in behind the brown. No, he's not going to. It looks like a nailed-on shot.
I mean, just the last thing on that shot there. Yes, he needed to get something out, but you've got a rest spider, something that does everything there. You haven't got to look under the table for stuff. You've got all the equipment, and he's dithering around for too long. And end up playing a shot to just not run out of time. Anyway, I'll let it go now.
Let it go. Calm down. You turned into me. Yeah, no damage done at the moment.
No damage done, but Patrick Wallace for that big double kiss ended up getting right away with it, one way or another. Anyway, his composure and my composure has been gathered up. Safe, pretty safe.
Doesn't want to hit the brown or the green here with that red. Got away with that fractionally. It wasn't an easy shot though, was it?
No, and also this is not an easy shot to miss all those balls on the way back up. He's played it really well.
I think this is nailed on behind
the
the brown.
Playing a part in this. So hard to get right behind the sort of a colour, isn't it, when the table's so fast? You just see it run on. Not quite cover up everything. Well, he was very intent on escaping up the table there, wasn't he? He played it in a funny way with left-hand side. Made the pot difficult.
Yeah, I thought he could have sort of stunned it round with right-hand side and found a gap, but he knew better. So, good chance for Trigg. We always fancy him for that. He's got a great long game.
Where's he landing? Is he on this? And this is where it's awkward. You can't do the roll up. You might be able to sort of try and get him behind green via the brown, but you know, even a world-class billiard player might struggle to sort of get right behind the green.
He spotted it though.
The shot he's going to have to play. Yeah, it's hard to really cover the lot there. So a bit unlucky. There's only one ball to land on though, the brown, and he didn't manage it.
Horrible looking table.
Playing a very thin safety shot, I think, here for the red above the blue.
It doesn't want to go in off. Nicely played.
Trouble is, playing those safety shots is absolutely no reward, is there? Because there's nothing at the other end to put the cue ball behind. From that side, you're just playing to keep distance between them. It's a strange old set of balls, isn't it? There's hardly anything on its spot.
Yeah, what's Patrick doing here? Is he just playing the dump shot? No, surely not. I'm surprised he's played that.
That's not the worst, is it?
No, but you don't know where any of the balls are going. At the moment, he's got a nice 22-point lead, and he could have brought all sorts of stuff out into the open.
Well, this table, it's like someone just chucked a load of balls on the table. And he said, oh, just chuck them there.
Don't you hate that when people go in the club and they just tip the balls out onto the table, out of the tray?
Well, that's what it looks like has happened here, doesn't it?
Oh, it's just in behind the green. Leave me out. What a shot.
He's looking at them on everything. I don't know if he can get to some of the reds, perhaps. There is a red he could even possibly pot here, you know, the one by the pink spot. The bottom red of the four.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't know what else he could do, did he? Now what does he do, though? I mean, he really wants to play the pink, but is he going to...
Or the brown, because the brown leaves him on a guaranteed red.
He's got to play it.
So does the pink if he stuns it through onto the black cushion.
He could do
big
it
shot
if he misses it, though.
Big shot. When you've got a cue action as smooth as that, those big shots are a lot easier.
It's the right shot to play, and when you're a few in front, you can sometimes refuse the shots. But all credit, because that was the right one to play.
You know, I don't think that black goes from the overhead. Does it?
What, into the bottom left?
Yeah.
Or what you mean into the right corner?
Yeah.
No, no. I mean, there's time for a comeback, but it doesn't feel like it's quite on at the moment for Wayne where the balls are. And he's just taking points and running and eating into the time left.
12.
He's not rushing around the table, is he, Patrick?
Oh, well.
He'd make a good pallbearer, you know. Speed he's going at.
Patrick Wallace, 12.
Trigger's going to have to push the boat out sooner or later. Just under 3 minutes. He's got to go for this. Surely he's got to go for the thin red now. He's got under 3. Well, okay. He's fluked one.
I didn't even see it go in.
It went into the
looking
yellow
at
pocket.
the wrong end of the table.
It's
1.
I mean, the balls were going so many things to watch there.
Listen, he's landed perfect on the black.
If you watch that replay 10 times, you'd see something different every time, I think.
8.
What? No, he's. I think black goes past the red into the corner back. So he's just. Oh, he's missed it. Oh my word.
Ring Townsend, 8.
He's looking at the clock when there's no need again. See, this is the problem. He's not playing it with any real composure.
This is the fluke. This is the fluke.
Well, I mean, there's so many things to see there. Look at all those different balls flying everywhere. I didn't know it had gone in.
1.
Still a little chance, but I mean, he's just
can't see. Look at
not
all
having
the
it.
reds. Nah,
You know what he's got to do? Another big Yahoo again. He's going to have to whack this into the other 3.
He's got to play this.
He's going to have to play this. Attention all pockets. Here we go.
Oh, he's missed.
Oh, no.
He's missed the...
Wayne.
Has he missed the 3 on the side cushion?
Well, listen, he's had a shocker of a framing, I've got to be honest. Absolute shocker. And Lee has got no words. You've got no words, have you? You've got nothing left.
I'm done tonight. I'm still getting over the pallbearer.
Well, yeah, the sort of funereal speed he walks around the table. You can imagine it, can't you?
Oh, what a shot.
1.
Listen, it's been a terrific night. This final's petered out a little bit into the kind of result that obviously Patrick Wallace is pleased with. But the final's not been as good as some of the other matches. Been terrific to see Jason Shaw in action. Patrick Wallace, anti-post favourite for the 3 days.
Patrick Wallace,
and
1.
Is that a concession? Oh, it is. The concession didn't even look right. But anyway, 2 good lads, aren't they, Wayne Townsend? But not as good tonight in form as Patrick Wallace. He's tonight's champion.
Oh, welcome back, everyone. Great to have your company on this Monday night. And we have our champion. It's Patrick Wallace. Congratulations. How did you feel during that frame?
You're always a little bit more relaxed when you've got the first game out of the way, because obviously when you're travelling over from Northern Ireland, you're committing to a few days, so you want to be there on Wednesday. So
well, you're going to have a day off tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to be practicing all day.
I bet you are. I bet you are. And you mentioned travelling over from Northern Ireland. We've just come back from Belfast and the Northern Irish Open. A tremendous success once again. Just how strong is snooker in Northern Ireland, say from the grassroots? I know you're a big supporter of the game.
Yeah, it's in the best shape it's been in maybe 12, 15 years. the entries in the senior ranking tournaments are the biggest they've ever been.
Wow.
And also the juniors are struggling a little bit. Like, the entries aren't brilliant, but they're up to about 16 to 20, so that's better than it's been for a long time. So at least there's signs that there are a few juniors still playing the game, which is it's very important when you consider the history of the game in Northern Ireland with all the great players we've had over the years.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking about your career. I mean, we played a couple of times and all that, and then of course you had that big year at the Crucible. That was the big thing for you. Your only appearance there, wasn't it, that year?
That's
and
right. Yeah.
Getting to the quarterfinals, that must have been a big thing.
Yeah.
I bet you wish you could have got back there again. It must have been. No, it must have been quite a big, a big thing to get so far in the World Championships, but never reappear.
That's what stopped me getting back there again, because I wanted it so much that I couldn't do it again. But I got back there again thanks to Jason.
Oh yeah, sure, I know.
Thanks to the seniors, which was absolutely magic, and I loved every minute of it. But the final qualifying round 2 or 3 times after that, and the pressure was too much for me. I just wanted it too much. But one quarter final as a pro in 16 years, and it was the World Championship, so I'll take that.
Absolutely. And it is such a career high and a career highlight. It's actually not the biggest surprise, just that kind of hunger probably got the better of you then in recent years.
That's exactly what happened, because I remember a couple of years I was playing the final qualifying round, and I had really good chances to win against good players. You know, Ali Carter, Chris Small, and I just folded because I just wanted it too much, because I enjoyed it so much when I was there. You know,
I mean, this is a guy that beat Alan McManus 10-2 at the Crucible. Someone that is almost impossible to beat like that. So he has a big pedigree. It's a kind of an oddity, really, of your career, I think, isn't it? But anyway, we all have our regrets, and he's been played there again since then.
I have no regrets. No.
Well, you're very lucky.
Not for TV, anyway.
You're the only one.
I agree.
We've got loads of stuff. All the snooker players have got plenty of them.
A lot of scars.
But listen, it's about the 900 now, and it's a brilliant platform for all amateur players. You mentioned the opportunities that Jason brings, to get players back to the Crucible, get guys like you back to the Crucible. There is great opportunity there.
This is beyond belief for me, because I went back amateur in 2011, and all I was doing was playing local amateur tournaments. And then Jason came along with the World Seniors Tour, and I started playing in venues that I never dreamt of. But I tell you, out there tonight on that one table setup, the old nerves aren't great as you get older. You'll agree to that, Foulds. And as soon as I walked into the room, the hairs on my arm stood up. So just can't give Jason enough credit for all the tournaments he puts on for us. And I am absolutely buzzing tonight after that.
Okay, well, congratulations. Brilliant. And it just shows just how much it means, and fabulous stuff. Well played tonight. Congratulations then to Patrick Wallace, champion tonight. But of course, it is all about Wednesday, and we'll be crowning our final winner, our 8th winner of season 2 of the Snooker Legends 900. We'll be back tomorrow from 10 o'clock here on Sporty Stuff TV, and let's bring you right up to date on the draw. We did do it just a few minutes ago, and here's how it's all going to play out tomorrow night. Mark Gray and Matt Ford, Hayden Staniland, Lee Martin and Daniel Ward, Dylan Rees, Fergal Quinn and John Hunter. And it's quite a fair draw, actually, and it couldn't probably have worked out any better, because you've got the 4 losers from last night, 4 new players coming in, and plenty to look forward to. And we'll be back, of course, Lee, Folsey and myself, and hopefully you'll be with us as well. But what about that? We'll just get a quick reaction on Patrick Wallace tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he's just tough to beat, isn't he? But it kind of worked out well. He's travelled the furthest. He's got a nice little 500 quid in his pocket. He's through to Wednesday, but so's Trigger. It could all be a different person winning on Wednesday. It's
very interesting, that as you say, he's the man that's got through. Wayne is there, and a couple of other interesting players as well. I'm fascinated by the sort of the Jason Shaw chapter, really, if you like, and seeing how he goes. I reckon he'll improve on what we saw tonight. He'll play better, I think. Yeah, very much so. We'll be looking forward to seeing him back on Wednesday. And of course, we've got another Moscone Cup champion in Mark Gray tomorrow night. So not to be missed, 10 o'clock here on Sporty Stuff TV. My thanks to the guys, and as ever, thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.